really get us situated here.
That's okay. Sorry we were talking too much.
No. I like that.
And I left late. I left later than I wanted to. Luckily, I can get here in 10 minutes.
This is fine. Hey, folks. How's everyone doing tonight? We're live.
Yay.
Well, let's do this. I'm going to say hi to Anna Lee before she even shows up.
Hi, Anna Lee. Where's the cream eggs? I know they're still around. I saw them at Walgreens. I almost bought some more.
You'll notice there are none left here.
I still have some at my house
God.
left. I swear I ate more of my kids' Easter candy than they did.
Oh, Laura's first of class. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Good to see you.
And Tammy. Hi, Tammy.
Oh, Tammy. Linda.
Oh, Jonaside.
Hey, Jonaside.
My buddy
Eileen.
Jonaside. So you have to understand today is 420 day for those who know.
What does that mean? Is it Earth Day?
Well, look at the emojis. It will give you a hint of what it means.
Annalie, Lisa. Hello. Good to see everyone tonight. Or today, or this morning, depending where you are in the world.
Seriously, or still sleeping like Eunice right now?
Yeah, although the other night she shocked us.
I saw that. Hey, Pixie Dust, Nydia.
Nydia, hello. Yeah, Jill just walked in. She's getting settled. And she brought, how many decks did you bring tonight?
I brought less than normal. I really did, just because it is the moon stuff. So I'm trying to figure out a process, right? Because I don't want to bring, I could bring every single one, right? And then Corey would have to probably come meet me in Gloucester and pick me up. But I kind of scaled back a little. And then I almost regret the choices. And I'm sure I'll be like, I wish I had that deck. It's all good.
SG, oh, Brown Bunny. I love Brown Bunny. How's everyone doing tonight? Good to see you all. I'm getting texted like crazy. Because we have, as you know, folks, we're just a few minutes away from giving away a hand-painted mailbox from Pauline Bresnahan of Pauline's Gifts in West Gloucester here in Massachusetts. Hi, Joan. How you doing tonight? Now, Jill has not seen the mailbox in person, and you wanted to. So you ready to check it out?
So I just need to do one thing. So my friend Jonaside just wrote R.I.P. Jiggy. So a good friend of ours that unfortunately has passed away. The 420 is reference for him because this would have been a big day for them.
Oh, well, cheers.
So yes, for our friend Jiggy, we miss him so much. So that's all. I just needed to give that caveat.
Oh, no, I'm glad you did. Let's see. Vicky, good to see you tonight. Oh, Mercury retrograde starts tomorrow until the 14th. Oh, boy.
Seriously, Mercury retrograde feels like it already started because my work computer was not working the last 2 days. And I couldn't blame it on Cameron this time. School vacation.
Your kid.
My child, Cameron, my redhead.
Okay, so this is what we're going to be giving away in about half an hour or so.
You know what's so funny, too? We just got a new mailbox. So I'm like, oh, Corey's doing a mailbox. But we just actually...
There you go, Jill.
Ooh. So I am Vanna right now. I can say this is it is beautiful.
When you see the painting up close, it's like...
Wow. And this is the back.
Yeah, so you can put your name here if you need to, or whatever you do there. That's why there's space.
Like your address.
Yep.
This is so nice, and it's durable, especially where we live. You need that.
Yeah, and it's gel coated, so it's not going to rust.
No, it's good. And look at for the packages that you get, it's pretty big.
Yeah. So it's funny. It's driving around Cape Ann, in our little corner of the world. You can tell when someone has a Pauline mailbox.
Yes. Oh my God.
Just from the style.
Now when I see these, I'm gonna know why.
Yeah, but isn't that cool? So there's up close. Very nice. Springtime.
Perfect for the season, right?
Yeah.
It's spring.
So if you're a bridge buddy, you're already enrolled to win this tonight. If you're not, there's still time. Annalie can share that link with you, and I can add you ASAP. You can be anywhere in the world. We're gonna ship this to you.
John said it's awesome. You know you're an adult when you're excited to buy a new mailbox. Well, unfortunately...
It's a hand-painted gift, John.
But you got to understand, we had 2 mailboxes at my house. One was a trash truck, ran it over, left my mail everywhere, and kept driving. And it was like an expensive one. Then, so we get a temporary one, an Amazon van, backed into that one, broke it, and left it.
I have a great story. So when I had a book out years ago, right? And when the publisher first sent, like the first, no kidding, like 500 to 1,000 copies. Like it was like all these boxes because I was supposed to sell them on my own. It was part of the deal we had. And which is why I sold them at Captain Carlo's all the time. And Whoopi Goldberg was signing them.
I remember.
They were at gas stations.
Yeah.
So what happened when the UPS delivered them? The driver on the way out ran over. like 6 of the boxes. Now, big deal, whatever. But because of that, UPS covered the entire shipping costs for everything.
Oh my God.
So everything for me was found money from that book.
That's so awesome.
Right through the holiday season that first year. It was crazy.
How did I not end up with your book? Hey, Christian.
Yeah, you don't want it. I don't. Yeah, but that was 20-something years ago. But I actually wrote it even long before that. But anyway.
I remember you working on a comedy CD one time when I ran into you.
Oh my God.
In Old Timers during Fiesta when we were catching up.
How the hell do you remember that?
I have this, you know what? I won't remember what I did yesterday, but I can remember a conversation from 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, I got signed to a deal. When I started doing stand-up, God, that was probably like 94 or 95. It was Valentine's Day, like 95, I think when I had my first official gig, and started then. And then when people in Gloucester found it, I used to use different names all the time.
Of course you did.
Because I didn't want people from Gloucester to know I was in Boston doing that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And then, but then I got signed. I got signed to a label in Boston. And I remember the only other person on the label was this guy named Ramil Robinson, who was a big-time college basketball player for the University of Michigan. I think they had won the title. They played Seton Hall. He sunk free throws late, won while we were in high school or something. And then, but he was rapping.
Oh my God!
And so he was the first sign, and then I was the second. So it goes to show you how far that label went.
Oh my God!
And then I think Brank Leone over on Crafts Island or Rust Island in Gloucester, by Nichols Canyon.
Yeah.
He had his own label. He was starting for musical acts in the area, and that's when we were working on that too. So anyway.
Oh, because I think I knew you were in Boston because I remember saying I was like, oh, I wish I knew when you were gonna. I wanted to go see you do your stand up.
So what ended up happening is eventually I learned that I could make much more money doing shows in Gloucester instead of waiting to maybe do 5 minutes, because I would keep missing the last train out of Boston to come home, and I have to sleep at North Station, which is not
Corey.
the old North Station.
I know, and I can only imagine.
Not pretty.
That is not pretty, especially those bathrooms. That was that was sketchy.
It was a horror show. The doors didn't shut. You were open to the elements all night. It was bad.
It was bad, and everyone else that missed the trains that were drunk or otherwise, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, you never did Colognes? You never did that comedy?
I did, Colognes and Giggles and all that. Yeah, and Nick's Comedy Stop and comedy, like those places. But I did Cameron's. I was at Cameron's the first Saturday of every month for like a long time.
So I was that's when I had my child, which is probably why I missed a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, this would have been 23 or 4 years ago.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Jonaside. Yeah, because I had Jared in 1999, so I didn't have much of a social life. Oh, because I would have totally gone, and then I would have heckled you afterwards.
Oh, so let's see. Wait, just catching up. Wildfire Wind, hi, Joan, Giselle, hello. Oh, Christian, good to see you, buddy. My parents have had 16 mailboxes in 38 years. They live in a curve. Cars and trucks take them out. I get it. Brown Bunny Baker, I want that mailbox. It's so beautiful. I need one where I live. Too bad. How much is it? Is there a link? Annalie has a link. Just become a bridge buddy, and then you'll have a chance to win it. And honestly, I'm really close with Pauline. I am sure we'll do another mailbox or something else. It could be wine glasses, a watering can. She paints everything. Really nice stuff. Ornaments, we do that. We do ornament painting nights at the Azorian once a year.
Oh, that's so fun. I love ornaments anyways. I like really special ones.
Yeah. Giselle, I leveled the mailbox years ago when my car skidded on black ice. The owner said not to worry about it. They're good for you. Natalia, hi, love the show. Quick question. When will you do a show with Annette? Not in the cards, Natalia. Maybe we do a side-by-side someday, but nothing planned for now. It's been a couple of months, and that ship may have sailed, but you never know. Time will tell. Vicky, that's a mailbox so pretty. I noticed it when you visited her at her store. Yep, that's right, Vicky. We had a wall of Pauline stuff behind me, which was really cool. I think she just opened up yesterday.
Oh, is she
to start
seasonal?
her season. Yeah.
Yeah. Did she put out all the pretty globes? I want one of those globes.
No, that's Georgianne.
Oh, that's Georgianne.
That's Sea Meadow
I always forget. Keep getting them messed up.
So speaking of which, I don't know if you caught the Georgianne and Karen show
only
yet.
A part of it. I've only been able to see part of it.
So it's True North Hypnosis is the website. True North Wellness is like the business. But what's funny is emails I got and comments from people referred to them as the True North Girls. And I was like, hey, you know what? I think that'll stick.
That is definitely like their tag. That's awesome.
Cheryl Higgs, how you doing? Jonaside, Renee says hi.
Yeah, that's Mrs. Jonaside.
Patty, how you doing? Val, good to see you, of course. Deb, hello.
Marby.
Laura, I would love ornaments. So many beautiful things she does. Metal Twister, how you all? Hey. Okay, so there's no real set time for when we give away Pauline's thing. I always said 7 o'clock or so. We could push it a little later in case people want to get in and become a bridge buddy. It's just $2 a month. There's no long-term commitment. You're enrolled in all the drawings we're going to have. I am just getting off the phone right now as Jill's talking. I'm texting with the owner of the this awesome yarn shop. That's
cool.
It's a destination place. And that's going to be one of our prizes really soon. I'll get a couple local restaurants involved, Essex Pet Shop and Bird Supply. They're doing a big gift basket for us. So, yeah, next week's going to be really good, too.
Ooh, I'm so excited for all these places.
Okay, I'll be quiet for now because I'm just going to help set things up. Why don't you get everyone caught up on what you've been up to lately? We already see Val wants a
Yeah, I just noted her name.
You can even start with that if you'd like.
So actually, just a couple of small things.
Yeah.
People have been asking if I have a YouTube channel. Well, guess what? I finally do.
Oh, big news.
So I sent Corey the link earlier so that he can share it because we need so many subscribers before we can be live. So me and the two girls that were my friends, Deb and Carrie, that showed up one night and were kind of helping answer questions. We did it together, and like you know, I'm used to being on people's channels, like Corey's and other ones. So now I'm a creator. It's, I'm getting used to that. So we need
over.
I've crossed over to the other side. So we've only been able to upload videos right now because we have, I think, 36 or 38 subscribers. So we need to get, I think, at least 50 or 100 before we can be live. And we're going to, Deb, in our latest upload, once we get to 111 subscribers, we're giving a reading away for free.
Now, this is...
Yes, and we don't be surprised if the name changes because we decided we don't like it.
So listen, Annalie, Christian, I don't know if Thankful's in yet. Wisdom of Three Beyond the Veil is the name of Jill's channel.
And actually, I'm going to send the link to Christian in Messenger, so it'll be easier for him to grab.
So that you can send that link to folks. And then give Jilly a hand and help get her channel up and running so she can start doing some live videos with you all.
There's a couple bridge people I have seen subscribed. I think Tammy is.
Nice.
And yeah, because they've posted on it. So it's great to see the bridge people come over and support us over there too. But like I said, we're still kind of new. And let me tell you, trying to do a 2-minute intro of just who I am took 30 takes. I kid you not. How many times I started and went, ugh. F-bomb and had to delete it. It was scary, but like I said, still learning.
All right, good.
So I need to just make a
hold on, just scrolling up here to say hi to everybody. Linda Sandoval, oh, it's good to see you again, Linda. Marby, always love seeing your name in here. Tony, I got all your emails this week. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Corey's been a little bit busy.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. So the latest is Meredith and I are about to put our 3 family on the market any second now. So things are happening quickly. And then, of course, that'll help us get moving on the other project we have right now, too. So.
Thank you. Someone just subscribed. Thank you.
Oh, nice. Cheryl Higgs, we'll put her name down.
Yes.
You got it, Cheryl. Anything for Cheryl Higgs.
So
Pixie Dust is subscribed.
Yes. And Tammy is too. I've seen Tammy comment. Thank you so much.
There's Tony. It still shows 30. Yeah, that'll refresh, Tony.
It takes a little bit for it to, because I literally, I talked to my brother's coming in a couple weeks.
Oh, nice.
Out of the blue. And I was like, dude, just subscribe. I don't care if you don't watch a video. You can unsubscribe later. And I bullied my 24-year-old, subscribe. You don't have to watch just to get the numbers up. So yeah, that's been exciting. And it is such a commitment, which, and like I said, I'm used to just coming and, joining. It's a commitment to make sure you're doing regular content. It was important for us to do as much as we could, right?
Christian's got you in there, Brown Bunny.
Thank
and
you,
Lisa
Christian.
just subscribed. All right, we're in good shape.
Thank you so much,
the Metal
guys.
Twister. Nice.
For the support. I so appreciate it. And part of this and the encouragement, and everyone kept asking me, and my friends coming that night is finally what kind of got that ball rolling. So it's all due to Corey. It's all Corey's fault. So when it goes south, I'm going to blame it on Corey.
No, that's all we do, folks. We like to torpedo anything that comes near us. So you know our vibe.
Yeah. No, and we're laid back. I mean, we like to laugh, and you'll get to know my other two friends. My friend Kerry is taking a little bit of a break, but that's going to happen to all of us because life gets crazy, right? So right now it's just been me and Deb, but we did one the other night and we were cracking ourselves up.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all good. And Corey hooked me up with someone with my Wi-Fi. I got to get new equipment though, so that's got to wait till next month.
Oh, are you in touch?
Yeah, we.
Oh, good.
Yeah. No, we got in touch, and because we didn't look at your emails, I took you off the thread so we weren't flooding your box.
Yeah, there's gonna get.
So, I just need to get the stuff and switch to Comcast, and then he said he can help me set it up. And so, Crafty Lady won the free reading with me.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
And so I know that she told me she might not be here tonight because Thursday night she has another prior commitment, which is perfectly fine. She'll probably watch the replay, but we did her reading last night. That was really great. I got to see her in person, and we actually did the hour and then we chatted for another hour. So it's been great to meet the people behind the handles, right? So
love it. I put the shout out this week. Will anyone else like to be part of Bridge Buddy Roulette other than Christian or Old Guy? No one ever answers.
Well, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to join, so that's why I didn't. Because so Tuesday nights, once we can be live, that is our night that we will be live streaming. Because we had to pick a night, and I said can't do Wednesdays because if I'm with you, that would be the night. Fridays, so it's like for the three of us, Tuesday is where we landed. So we've been doing a call every Tuesday just to try to get in those habits.
Yeah. And I'm at the mercy of the Boston Bruins playoffs.
I know you are.
So
I looked, I saw
last night was not a fun night, by the way.
I saw something on the new about the captain. One of the captains is they didn't have their captain. Yeah.
St. Patrice Bergeron.
Sorry. Yeah.
Christian subscribed. Hi Dottie, how you doing tonight? Vicky subscribed.
Thank you.
SG just subscribed.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Joan. Vicky K put Vicky K is down. She'd like a little reading at some point.
Thank you so much for all the love and support. I so appreciate it. And so will Deb and Carrie too.
Here's Christian pushing Bridge Buddy Roulette.
Oh, look at John's side. He's calling you out. He's on the West Coast.
Oh, cracking! I'm all for the crack and rolling. Hello, everyone. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, hiya. I'm Corey. She's Jilly Beans. We're coming at you from, we're going to say Cape Ann, Massachusetts. We're both from Gloucester. We're at my temporary digs just down the road right now. But anyway, Jill is being gracious enough, and she'll be performing a tarot for all of you this evening. Any particular kind of tarot, Jill?
Well, we might. So most people know it's eclipse and new moon today. It's like a hybrid, big energy. So I do have two of my moonology decks because even though I swore I wasn't buying anymore, I might have bought a new one. That is for
Jill. Jill needs an intervention.
We haven't even talked about my jewelry collection. That's a whole other intervention, just saying. Because I even put on my moon tarot necklace tonight and my bracelet.
All right, now I already have our first. First of all, I want to say Peeper Frog just subscribed. Ooh. And I love the handle Peeper Frog because, by the way, starting a couple of weeks ago, I could hear the peeper frogs on the trees at night. That's a sure sign of spring around here.
Oh, thank you so much, Tony. I love it. I love all the love and support. This has been fantastic.
Look at Anna Macedo's in from the West Coast. Half of our town's Portuguese, Anna. Good to see you again. Come to the Azorians sometime. Eat with me.
Gerald Gutierrez, what is anonymous? Shut up, Christian. Don't be mean. Those books of yours. And it's so funny because I have a friend that does audiomancy. Funny enough. When he was doing the books to get the answers to the question, I have a friend that does audiomancy. Yeah. I actually knew what he was talking about.
Laura Johnson and Linda Johnson, no relation. Would like readings. Everyone's gonna want a reading. We get that stuff too. Same with Dottie, et cetera, et cetera. Hello. Peeper Frog. I believe that's your favorite sound. I'm buying that. That's been really cool to hear. They quieted down here. I bet they're up in Gloucester now. The birds have started. And because I was behind my house, but oh my God, 5 a.m, like on Saturdays, we had these ones. I'm like, dude, I love the nature, but 5 a.m, I'm trying to sleep, would be so loud. It was ridiculous. And I didn't realize all the different ways birds communicate until I had tons of birds in my backyard, which was
interesting. And hopefully our hummingbirds will come back because I do like the hummingbirds. They're so pretty.
I love hummingbirds.
We have feeders, and because I guess if they find a place to feed, they remember and they come back.
Yeah.
We have pictures of them. They actually hung out long enough for us to take pictures.
Oh, cool.
They're so cool. They're so cool.
So I guess since we're talking eclipse, right?
Yeah.
Anna's asking, is the eclipse, is that good for us?
It is good. So eclipse is like, it's big change, and depending, so this, like what I'm going to just kind of describe is like the general. If you were to look at your astrology chart, there's more details, and I'm actually starting to get back into astrology again. It's just astrology is a commitment, and it means studying. And I might happen to have Corey's chart because I found it.
Oh boy.
But it's a lot. You have something in your chart that's the same as mine, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, does it involve murder or?
No, it's a good thing. It's a grand trine. It's a good thing. It's part of who we are. That's all. So this is a hybrid new moon solar eclipse. I use a site called astro.com to do my chart calculations, and they did one year. I purchased a eclipse report for me, and it was really interesting to read. I don't remember what it said, but I just remember it all being like really like, okay, this explains why all this stuff is happening. So this is called like a hybrid new moon solar eclipse, and it's in Aries. Aries is a fire sign, us fire people. So
can you feel it? Can you feel it out there?
I know how you feel. Can you feel the love? Can you feel the fire? So anything that's a fire sign is going to be really big, energetic. Just think of me and Corey, like it's going to be expansive. So to start off with just talking about a new moon, right? New moons are a new beginning. It's the start of a new cycle. The energy that we've been feeling so far for 2023, it's continuing, and now it's kind of, think of it getting leveled up in a way. So this is really the time to really look at those, like what has substance? What do you really want to do? Because this energy is going to push it even more forward than it's going. Think of it like, a snowball getting momentum. Like we've been kind of talking about this every month. Now we're getting that big push, and we're going down the hill really, really fast.
Right,
you're
such a jerk. Here's our first poll question.
No.
What? Say it again. Say it again.
Jewelry. Stop it.
Jewelry.
Whatever. Sorry that you dropped your Boston accent. I did not.
No, I'm just teasing.
I know, it's okay.
But that's, my mom says jewelry too.
It's what we do, and trust me, it takes a lot to offend me. Anyone that knows me.
No, I'm just teasing.
Hey, it's all good. Don't worry. You'll get your. Did you drink all your moonshine?
No, I'll go get it.
Get your moonshine while I chat.
All right.
We don't need you right now.
You chat them up.
So, anyways, it's also a time which we don't hear very often to treat ourselves to something and indulge, but of course not overindulge. Meaning, like for us girls, if you want to go get a pedicure, go get it. For the boys, if you want to go get beer or do that thing you've been wanting to do, just do it. This is a great time. And this is finally feeling like we're getting a break from all that heavy energy we've been feeling so far for 2023. It kind of feels like the universe is like finally cutting us some slack, and we're going to get to breathe a little bit. So the things to not do during the new moon is to not isolate and not take advantage of opportunities to see people, meet new people, do new things, because you're going to really miss out. Like if you get invitations, old guys here.
Hey,
Jill, what's up with Canada?
Hello, old guy. Rondaroo.
So this is the time to not, like, as much as sometimes it's like, who wants to go out after a long day of work? Take those opportunities. This is the time to really don't say no, because the energy is saying to go out and do stuff, because it's going to grow other places. And if you isolate, you might miss a really great chance to either meet someone or a business or something. So that's kind of the new moon. So let's just talk about like an eclipse. Symbolically, an eclipse is a big time of change, and it's usually very dramatic, and it's usually new positive beginnings. There's usually could be a life change. And even though it's like an exciting time, physically can affect us where we feel exhausted, which I totally have been feeling this week. I don't sleep well during these big astrological events. Even though like I start off the day feeling good, by nighttime I'm like, oh my god, I think I need a dunks, I need coffee. So that's just like what an eclipse is in general. So
What
now,
is it like when you need a coffee? Do you think you need a coffee like now? You always seem like
No.
naturally caffeinated to me.
Well, I caffeinate in the morning.
That's it?
Yeah. But it's
You're
also
like the human 5-hour energy drink, Jill.
I crash though. It's something about being out in the energy here. Like, cause trust me, 2 hours ago I could have taken a nap.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like this, like even for the reading last night, I was so tired. I had a really stressful day at work. But when it went to go do it, I'm wide awake, I'm alert, and then I crash. And then I eventually get some sleep. I got some big bags going on today. But anyways, so for this hybrid, right, that's going on, which started yesterday, these are rare. And don't mind me, I typed up some notes because I can never read my handwriting. And so these two things coming together is very powerful, and it's good. Like I said before, it's going to help us cross, give us that boost that we've been wanting to do. But the biggest thing is we have to have that courage to take the next steps. So if there's one thing I want everyone to remember is you need the courage to take the steps. Because like for myself, I've been trying to plan a YouTube channel, I don't know, for like 2 years, and I'm just finally doing it. I finally bit the bullet and put away the fears, and I'm just doing it. And you know, this energy is going to linger. Eclipse energy hangs around for a while, and it will be with us for like the next 18 months, but it will ebb and flow. We got Mercury going retrograde, which is always fantastic. You know, ooh, Mercury retrograde. I'm not even gonna say a word. He's selling your house. So, and Aries, because it's a fire sign too, it brings a tense fire, and it makes you want to feel like you want to break free. And it can bring up some internal conflicts whenever the energy is around. It's always good stuff, but there's always a piece of it where it's like it's gonna bring up feelings or situations that you haven't dealt with yet, and they're gonna come to the surface. And we can choose to ignore them, but usually if they're coming up during this time, it's time to address them. So that way you can release them. So they're no longer taking up space in your head, right? And there might be some in the beginning having that feeling of internally, like, where am I now? And where do I want to be? Like you might be saying like, it's a job change, it's a move, and you're kind of fighting with yourself. So don't be surprised if you have a little bit of that going on. And you know, those bottled up emotions, when they come up, time to let that shit go. Sorry for that. I had to say it that way.
Anna Lee, you can scold Jill.
You can scold me, but that's how I heard it. You just got to let that shit go. It's not serving you anymore. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much about the energy that's going on right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Were there any questions? I was on for a little bit last night.
There were a couple specific things. I just want to remind folks, as we're about to hit 7 o'clock here Eastern time, that we're giving away a hand-painted mailbox from Pauline's. We're going to ship this anywhere in the world. So someone from Cape Ann can win this. One of you could win this. But if you want in and you're not a Bridge Buddy yet, Anna Lee has a link for you. I keep refreshing that to see if I need to add names to the prize wheel, but the prize wheel is already set for that. So we'll let this go for a little while longer since we're just getting the show going. But anyway, Jill can see it in person now. It makes a difference. Like, it's pretty sweet.
It's awesome. Thank you, Anna Lee, for the pass.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I'll behave the rest of the night. I promise.
So there is that. Okay, so it's great to see all of you tonight. Welcome to Let's Get Metaphysical with Jilly Beans, as she's doing, I think, Eclipse and...
Yeah, so I have my Moonology Oracle decks, but I do have other ones because it would not be okay if I did not bring other ones with me. So I got like I got some angels, the self-care, I got a fairy deck. Oh, I always like to bring this one now because you like it.
Oh, yeah.
And
I don't know why, but I often point to this deck, Jill, when you're doing your thing.
so that's why like I'm trying to figure out which ones work the best here. Because once again, I still make sure everything just fits it. It has to fit my backpack. or else
Do
I
you
don't
need that
bring-
table closer to you, Jill?
Nope,
Are you okay?
I'm good. So I did actually bring for Corey too. Sorry, my necklace is stuck and it's driving me crazy.
Your jewelry.
My jewelry. Anyways, because we were talking about his tarot reading and stuff. So I got this deck. It's called the Pulp Tarot, which is really cool because it has like an old school 40s, 50s theme to it. And I was showing him.
Montone would love this deck.
Yeah, and this one I found really easy to work with too, which was the other. Look at that. Look at who that is.
Mm-hmm.
And there is some femme fatales in this as well. I'm just trying to, of course, because
Cool,
I had one right in my hand a minute ago. Oh, there's your favorite card. You love that guy.
Oh,
He do really
that's an
doesn't.
Hierophant.
He can't stand that card. I think it's hilarious if that bothers you. Oh, here's the girls, like in the 1950s.
Bring on the girls.
Bring on the girls, because that's what we're here for, right?
That looks like a copper tone ad.
Yeah, it's like the old school.
It's funny that it's for cups.
It is for cups. I feel like a lot of these cards, the women are cups, and there's ones where they all look like femme fatales, which of course, the one I wanted to show, and no, she's like a pinup girl. So they're like from the wartime type of era.
That was like an old cigarette card.
Yeah. These, oh, this is the one. Here you go. There's that's a handful for you, Corey.
Oh, game on.
Game on. So I might use this deck tonight.
The blonde brunette and the redhead.
That's right. All your favorites, right? Every color of the rainbow, Corey.
And white and blue. I'm just throwing that out.
Isn't that so? Yeah, this is it's called the Pulp Tarot deck. Got it off Amazon. So I brought this one tonight, and then I got a couple of my like standards. I have my Energy Oracle, and I got a new because when I got the deck, I said I wasn't gonna buy. I got this Fairy Tarot deck as well. It was $20 for both. Sorry.
I know.
I work
There's
hard.
no stopping it. And I don't know if you noticed that I was coughing after the moonshine shot. I actually lit one of Jill's sage cones before you smell once you showed up. You smelled that.
I know. I was like, oh my god! And I saw the candle. I'm like, look at you.
And the whole cone went too.
Teaching you so well.
Oh, look at
Thank you, Marb.
Marby.
Oh
Sorry, I have to
God.
go to my dance class. They're starting at 6:15.
Oh.
Jeez, that's quick.
Enjoy your dance class. I'm so jealous.
We want to do a quick card for Marby before she goes?
Yeah. Did you want one? Yeah. So I'm just gonna go quickly to. This is my new one. It's
For you, Marby.
my Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck, and I'll shuffle fast.
I'll do a shot for you, Marby.
Oh, we're starting early, Corey.
It's the only way you can dance is if you have some moonshine first.
Or lots of Guinnesses like our class reunion.
Mm-hmm.
So for Marby, I'm
You
blessed.
noticed?
What? I saw the TikTok. Just saying.
Oh,
Yeah, so I love that you're doing a dance class. I was a dancer when I was younger, and I've always thought about taking dance again.
and we can answer this after. Ron is asking where you get the decks.
Oh, all kinds of places. So for you, Marby, you got new moon in Taurus. Know your worth.
Mm.
So once again, it's a new moon, new beginnings. Taurus is a great sign where it's earth. It's an earth sign. You're grounded. You know, got the bulls. I always hear take the bull by the horns. Know your worth. Don't ever let anyone, make you feel like you're less than. That's, the message for you. Just know who you are, stand in your power, and don't let anyone ever tell you anything differently. If they do, use those horns from that bull.
There you have it. Thanks, Marby. Tony Stokes with the whole breakdown of Mercury retrograde.
Mercury retrograde.
Good karma. It is 420, Corey. Shouldn't you be imbibing something? Maybe we already have.
might have already acknowledged the day. Just saying. If you go up in the chat, there's some emojis.
We actually, I usually don't. Actually, and I didn't tonight either. But most of people I know,
well, it's kind
420 every day.
It's 420. It's 420 all day, every day for some people.
Yeah.
Just saying. But it's not like it was when we were younger. It's not twigs and sticks anymore.
I know, serious stuff.
Seriously, we missed the boat.
Hydroponics.
Yeah. So but you know what? My mom used it for pain management. I don't discount it.
No, I don't have an issue with it.
I'll never forget when her husband brought the bag of drugs to my house when I was taking care of her. I opened it up and went, "Oh my God, I'm high," and I had to hide it. like in the depths of my basement, so my kids couldn't find it.
Carry the show for a little bit because we have people are signing up for this mailbox or to be a bridge buddy.
Well, yeah, they should. That mailbox is awesome. So Mercury retrograde, like some people will say Mercury retrograde is not a thing. Any planet that goes retrograde, what that means is the energy around that planet slows down. So in all the planets go in retrograde at some point, but Mercury tends to be the big one, right? And the energy usually sticks around for, I think it's like 3 or 4 weeks or something. But they usually say you're gonna have stumbling blocks, meaning like nothing is gonna go right. Like something that's very simple, you're gonna always run into hurdles. Everything is slowed down. I swear, some people do not believe it affects technology. My computer, my Wi-Fi and internet have not, the last 2 days has not been working. And it's like, when it's retrograde, we'll hear people say, I don't know what's going on with my Zoom. I keep getting kicked off. And, electronics act funny. They do say it's not a good time to sign contracts. Sorry. Not a good time to sign contracts or make big decisions. It doesn't mean, though, like you can't house hunt or do stuff like that. I mean, you still need to like live your life, right? Just because it's Mercury retrograde, you don't stop living. But it's like, just expect delays, things to be slow, and just never make really big life-changing decisions during that time period. But you had already decided to sell your house before all this, so I think you'll be fine. Market's good too, especially for multis.
Oh, it's hot.
It's hot stuff.
It's hot right now. We've seen some new names and faces in here, which is great. Hi, Sharon, old guy. Craig, good to see you. Mercury retrograde hit me today on a legit phone call that was tagged as spam. Well, there's that. Laura Rusine, how you doing? Deb, I had some strong stuff. I forgot where I hit it. I need a sniffing dog. But a lot of people talk about medical marijuana, also good for you.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, especially with all the restrictions with other stuff, it is a good, I mean, let's face it, they were giving it to cancer patients ages ago, right? And of course, like they had to do it on the down low, which was so sad, but there was already medical proof back then, years ago, that it had effects. It helped with nausea and, if anything, if it knocks you out and if it makes you eat. Because funny enough, I know someone, their great-grandmother, who she was like close to her 90s and her appetite was waning, so they were giving her the pills. Well, like, who cares? Either way, if that's all it does is increase her appetite, she's like 91, go for it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's that. So, before I do another card pull, were there any other general questions for me?
I did have a question here from Metal Twister, right? This is required card pull, I'm sure. From Metal Twister, hi Jilly, could you read on my recently widowed brother if he will be employed soon?
Very sorry to hear that. So
sorry, Metal Twister.
That is really sad. I'm so sorry. So just so you know, I typically don't do yes or no's or do predictions, but we can see what the energy is. And the reading, I'm doing it for you because I don't have his permission. I'm just writing it down because part of writing it down is how I remember and get that intent going. Employed. So just give me a second. I got to see what deck I want to use because I don't want to use my moon for this one. Like I said, I got a deck for everything.
And for what it's worth, Flora's asking the name of the retro-looking deck with a vintage.
Oh, Pulp Tarot.
Pulp Tarot.
Pulp Tarot deck on Amazon. It's very easily findable.
All right, so we have the question from Metal Twister. Now, Jill, in her infinite wisdom, is now narrowing down which deck to use. Oh, there you go.
Oh my God! Hey, Mrs. Johnside. That's Renee, my friend Renee. So it's so funny because I almost brought another deck that I wish I had. Now I always say that. But anyways, so I'm kind of torn because it's a life change for him, right? So I have a deck that's for life changes, and sometimes what I do, this sounds weird, when I am unsure of what deck I want, I either pull up my pendulum or I close my eyes and just see where my hand goes. And I've done the pendulum here, so I'm just gonna kind of close my eyes and see where I land. Don't mind me. This is what you get when it goes live, because I'm just gonna let. All right, we'll go with this one. It's the one that I kept going back to, because if I overthink it, if I just kind of let my intuition, whatever. So this is my John Holland Psychic Tarot deck, which is he has great decks. I like him a lot. I'm actually part of his he has a monthly class and I subscribed, and last year I was so sick I never got to do any of them, so I'm hoping, because he's a good teacher, I like him a lot. So this is for Metal Twister. Now that my my channel's there and they can put my Gmail, I'm more than happy to do deeper offline, just so you know that when it's, because this is the internet's forever, I never like to disclose too many personal details. So if you like the message but would like to hear more, you always feel free to reach out to me and we can do something privately. Just wanted to give that caveat. It was so nice do my own channel. I didn't have Corey making fun of how long it takes me to shuffle.
And with that, here comes tonight's first shuffle.
Yes.
Benjamin, good to see you, by the way.
So I'm so sorry about the widowed brother. Kids by any chance? I mean, so this is what I'm hearing right now. I understand, they're acknowledging yes, employment is needed, but is he ready to be employed? Grief is really hard. Because I don't know all the details either. I know it's hard for you, but is he really ready? Do you really feel like he's ready to go back to work? And that's why you're asking, and he's job searching and having a hard time? Because if he's not getting, shuffling is relaxing. Thank you, Rhonda. I was just talking about that.
Yes, but in the world of entertainment, we're not trying to necessarily relax you to a point, into a stupor.
When I shuffle, the things start to come through. That's why I'm asking these questions.
You do your thing. You're
next time, so get your deck out, Corey. I'm going to make you pull one later. You can do so what's up with Canada?
Good karma will answer that after Jill gives her read here.
So that's all. I'm just hearing don't push too hard, because maybe he's not ready, but I get it. We all need to go back to life and, support themselves. And if he's not working through the grief and getting himself ready, that could be a problem too. Ooh, looking good so far. I feel like I need another one. Oh, all right, no kids. Oh, he's afraid.
Oh, Celtic Tarot Sheila.
Oh my God, Celtic Tarot. Oh my God, no pressure. No pressure. Hi, Sheila. So actually,
Sheila, I'm due to text you soon.
So Metal Twister. So the first card I just cheers. It is looking good so far. It's looking pretty positive. All right, let me put this down. So the first card I pulled was financial and material changes. And it's number 5, so he's in the middle of it. The second card was recognition and reward. Okay, I'll let you do your thing. So it does look really positive that he is going to be employed again. Because if you notice that hand, it has many roads, right? Every finger is a different way to go. So he is going to have choices for jobs and that sort of thing. He's just in the middle of it right now. The way cycles go, 5, you're kind of in the middle. So don't be surprised if, I would say within the near future, he's going to start to get some job offers and some opportunities come his way, and then he'll have to make a choice. And hopefully with the right choice, he's going to get the recognition and the reward that he deserves. Because let's face it, he's been through a lot. He needs a break. So, I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps, Metal Twister.
Yeah, thanks for that. By the way, we want to point out now that Sheila is in the room and Old Guy is also from Colorado.
Oh.
That I am scheduled to make a road trip to Colorado this August, where I actually may be, Sheila, in your hometown for a bit. And not far from Old Guy either. So actually, we might be out in Breckenridge for a bit, and then in some other parts. We'll keep you posted on that. I believe that is in pen and not pencil.
Oh my God, Rhodes, he wants to be a trucker. Fantastic.
Oh,
So you're driving to Colorado?
no, we'll fly in.
I was gonna
I've
say,
done that so many times.
can you and Meredith be in a car for that long of a
Do
drive
you have any
together?
idea what Meredith and I did? Meredith and I drove
Oh, I'm
cross
sure.
country. We did from LA up to Vancouver, down to New Orleans, up to
Ooh,
Boston, up to
fun.
we did all that, and then we also drove half of Australia and all around the southern island of New Zealand.
Holy crap, that's
And
awesome.
we only tried to kill each other about 150 times.
Only 150.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It was wicked fun. I never want to do it again.
Well, we're too old for that stuff, but that that when I was younger, I always wanted to do a cross country trip, and New Orleans is on my bucket list like you don't even know. And I don't even need to be there during Mardi Gras. I just want to go there for the that they're talking about.
You want to go for the crypt tours and all
Not
that? It's
even
a
the
weird
crypt-
vibe down there. A
It
lot of
is.
juju.
There's a lot of juju, but think about it. It's like the mecca of one thing I love. When it comes to houses, I love old houses. I love old colonials. So I want to see the houses. I love the I'm not into like I do know like there's a lot of different kind of magic going on down there, and that's not what I'm looking for, but just that New Orleans vibe. Oh, you gotta ring your bell. Look at. Thank you, Sheila.
I'm gonna give you a link. I'm gonna get this book for you from Prudence Fish. She's from a local. She just passed away, but she just did wrote a book on all the historic houses in Gloucester.
Oh, really?
It's really cool. Yeah.
Oh, yes, and I know someone
Oh,
else.
Sheila, you do not have to do that.
Thank you, Sheila.
All right, just for that, I'm gonna have to visit you at your doorstep this summer.
Yes,
maybe with Bubba. We'll see.
Oh my God, how would you even? Would he fit into where they put the animals?
No. So Dottie's asking, did Bubba go? We didn't have Bubba back then. This was 16, 17 years ago. We did have our other dog, a Doberman Rottweiler mix, who went with us. We were like in an ice cream truck driving around with the three of us cross country. Not easy, but it was fun. So.
But you know what? You're supposed to do that sort of stuff when you're younger, though. Unlike me, who haven't been on a plane since 2011, and I'm going to be flying to Wisconsin next month.
There you go.
And a puddle jumper at the last leg of it.
You'll be okay.
I know. Don't worry. There's medication for that. I will be okay.
Let's see. LR72. License plate number LR72. Hi guys, I'm picking up my parents from the airport today after an extended period of talking them into moving near me. How do you think this change will work out for them?
So again, I just need to say, like, I can't read for them, but I can see what the energy feels like. And I'm going to pull for my life change because this is a life change for them, which is my butterfly deck.
We love it. Jilly Bean, she has a deck for everything.
I do. And I have ones that I can't even bring here yet because we're a PG-13 rated show. And I have other ones, like I've said before, I don't use because they're more collectibles, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The Garbage Pail Kid one, though, was really not as bad as I thought it would be, though.
I feel like I owe a Celtic Tarot Sheila like a $20 drink now. What would be a $20 drink out in your neck of the woods, Sheila? Or actually, what is your drink? I would like to know.
What was the person's name again? I missed it. It was the
LR72.
LR72.
LR72. Lock in.
Oh my God, it's so funny because all I could think of was R2D2. I'm such a Star Wars geek. Sorry.
Oh, we've seen the
My Star Wars car?
Yeah.
That I drive? And my helmet?
Oh, Eileen.
Thank you
Come
so-
on, Eileen.
Oh, I just almost started singing the song from our childhood.
No, that's a Deborah Lupian thing. She just starts singing.
Well, I actually get, when I do readings on one-on-one, I get song lyrics too. I just don't sing them because I don't sing well. I'm a backup dancer.
What? Don't sell yourself
No,
short.
I'm a great backup dancer, but when it comes to singing, unless I'm alone in my car, it doesn't happen. But I do get song lyrics, and I'll hear a verse over and over, and I'll get songs, and I will look at the lyrics, and that's kind of the message, which is really cool.
Eileen says the Colorado Bulldog drink, so I got to look that up now.
Ooh, write that down. I don't drink alcohol. Starbucks, there you go.
Yeah, $20 is about, what's that, like a 4-ounce drink of Starbucks?
You get a drink and maybe a scone or a cookie.
How
or
does
a cake.
someone not drink alcohol? That just means more for me, I suppose.
I don't drink alcohol, but I'm still a good time.
You still give it to me.
I give it to you, but that's what I tell people. I don't need to drink anymore to have a good time. I am a bunch of fun without it.
It's like Scope.
Well,
It's my second bottle of Scope today.
I'm just glad. I mean, I have so much of it still in my house. Like, even though not as much, I still have more of the flasks, and I got a bigger bottle that You know, we've had it now for over 2 years. It'll be 3 years this Christmas.
Mhm.
All right, life change. Whoa, got a few.
Jumpers.
They all just kind of came out in my hand like this. So for your parents, the first card is take the next step now. The second card is emotions. The third card is body changes. Now with this deck, I do like it. I use this one a lot as like a starter. Like if you were to do a reading with me one-on-one, I start with decks like this that are a simple message just to get energy rolling. So is this a good for them? Take the next step. They should start looking. That's what that card says to me. But it's going to be very emotional. You got to remember that for them and for you. It's going to be, you know, emotions change is never easy. And body changes,
We're all going through them.
we're going through them. And like I see orange, which is like your sacral chakra. So I actually might just look at the book quickly for that one. You can show that. And it's yellow too, which is like creativity. I don't think it means illness. So that's the thing. It doesn't feel like, I feel like the body is representing something else.
Annalie loves these cards. They are pretty.
They are very pretty. But
Happy spring, everybody.
Happy spring. Butterflies.
Metal Twister.
Thank you, Metal Twister,
Thank
so
you.
much. So there's always additional messages, and it's saying getting a makeover, improving your diet, changing your healthcare regime. So I think this is saying the move might be good for their health. Actually, I don't know what their like current health situation is. If maybe they, you know, I don't know where you are out here where we live. We're like the mecca of medicine. You're going to get the best care ever. But it looks like it's good. Good luck convincing them. And just remember, emotions both ways. Careful what you wish for. But I understand when it's your parents and they get older, you want them close so that way you can be there to take care of them. I totally get that. I took care of my mom. She came back from Florida and I was her caretaker. Fun times.
Very cool. And Jonathan has pointed out that it is now 4:20 on the West Coast.
Oh,
so cheers to all of our folks out there. Happy Earth Day, everybody.
Yes, that's right. Plant Day.
Yeah.
Spring.
And if you're just tuning in, I'm Corey and she's Jilly Beans, and we're getting metaphysical tonight. And Jill is gracious enough to be reading tarot for folks from a multitude of decks, and that's her thing. She has a deck for everything. So we're fielding your questions tonight.
Yes, I love.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Well, 7:20. Got to talk about this mailbox.
Oh, do it. Do your thing. Do your mailbox thing because it's awesome.
We'll probably do this maybe at 8 o'clock or so. No one's gonna care. But if yeah, folks, we're giving away this tonight. Hand-painted metal mailbox, painted from Pauline. You know her, Pauline's Gifts, over in West Gloucester, Massachusetts. It's a beauty. Right. It's big.
Maybe it's worth it.
I can fit all of Annalie's Cadbury eggs in this thing, but she said this spring.
And it peeps.
So there's that. So if you want in on that, you can just become a bridge buddy. Annalie has that link for you. And actually, we're going to give away more prizes. I think we're going to do multiple prizes next week, I believe. Now, I do want to mention, too, I am supposed to be doing a show next Wednesday with the True North girls, Georgia and Karen, but I'm not sure yet. One, because of the Bruins, and two, because of the house sale. So I'll keep everyone posted on that. My schedule is going to be kind of weird for the next month or so. So thanks for bearing with me.
Yeah, just to give you an example. So I get a quick text from Corey going, hey, kind of crazy, maybe Thursday. I said, okay. And then I see the community tab. I said, oh, I guess I'm off for Thursday.
Yeah. Well, and also now that Sheila's here. So Sheila, I know I owe you a text to try to set up our next show, whether it's here or your channel, whatever what works best for you. And then also Deborah Lupian. I'm always in contact with her, and we're due to do another show as well. And Celtic Child, Corey getting cards out and help.
I just said that you should do the What's Up with Canada. Do it.
What deck am I using, Jill?
You're using the Weight Rider, but if you want to use my Pulp Tarot, you can use that one.
Oh, yeah, let's use that one.
So, I don't know if Sheila knows that I was the one that sent that to you because he had talked about it. There you go, my friend.
Now, what is this, what question am I answering here?
What is up with Canada?
What's up with Canada? That's what we're starting with?
I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong, live chat. That's what Christian and I was saying.
Now, Sheila, I can't draw 8 of these. I don't have the hand power to do that.
Well, I can hold them for you. I can then
8?
8?
That's insane. Hi, Joan. How you doing?
Stuff to make room.
All right, so what's up with Canada?
If you want,
hold on, I gotta get glasses for these. This is dark in here.
Pull them out, and then if you want, I'll hold them for you as you pull what you want.
I'm doing 3.
You're gonna do 3.
All right, so I have the I have the 9 of Swords. So all right. My guess is I think this is a honestly, I think this is a reckoning for what's going on. Have you seen what's happened with all the foundings at First Nations schools and what's gone on there in the last year or so?
People.
I think this is a reckoning of what's going on there too.
Swords is like intellect.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to me, I think it's a nation coming to grips with.
Ooh,
its
look
past.
at that.
I had the Queen of Wands. So now, I actually do follow some things in Canada rather closely.
Okay.
And I do think there are some powerful women from First Nations who are helping facilitate knowledge about what's going on and also guidance for how to start to reconcile with its past and with each other.
So I just would like to mention it's a queen and they are part of the monarch. Just saying.
We have that as well. And then I have the King of Wands. So here you go. And the King of Wands too. So I think this is also working hand in hand with current government power that be. I think it's just more togetherness, partnerships. It's a very Canadian thing too. They're going to have to actually have all hands on deck and work together to start to make things right, or at least come to grips and shed some light on a very curious, very heartbreaking past. Listen, this is the same story for every country everywhere in the world.
And it's just a different narrative. But I will say, when I saw that card, I saw leadership like putting their foot down. Does that make sense? Like his sword, like the wand is like, I'm here, and he is getting coronated soon. So I do feel like it's like a person of power is gonna really just kind of draw that sand in the line and be like, this is how we're doing it if we want to get ourselves out of this shit. Canada.
Ooh, that's
Italy,
too.
Sorry, Italy.
I've been ringing the cowbell for the swears.
Well, Christian already said a swear jar.
You're gonna wear that around your neck, Jill, if you keep lying like that. All right, so there's that. Let's see how we.
Ooh, look at this happens to me all the time. I turn my deck over. Look what's there.
It's Pam Grier.
Foxy Brown, but it's justice. People are gonna get justice in Canada. What's up with Canada? Here comes your justice.
Well, there you go. There should be a T-shirt.
So I hope everyone's happy. That question, that and Bubba are the two that keep coming up every week.
Is what people want to know about Bubba?
Yeah, they always ask for a card for Bubba.
Let's see. Lisa, we have the true north, strong and free. Yes, you are. Dottie, do you have a deck? Jilly, do you have a deck containing feathers? Always reminds me of my dad, and if so, a possible card pull.
So I do have decks that have feathers in them. Do I have one with me though? Is the question. Give me 1 second.
I got the stamp of approval from Celtic Tower Sheila, by the way.
Sweet, that's what's important. We just wanted to make sure that we got her approval. Christian, whatever. Just kidding, Christian, love you. But so who was asking about the feather again? I'm sorry. See,
Dottie.
Like I said, I can't remember 2 seconds, but I can remember a conversation 20 years ago from Corey telling me he's making a CD. I'm just looking for this one to see if this one has feathers. It's funny because the feather question came up from someone else about pink feathers, and we did a little bit of research to see what that meant.
Hey, we know what that was about.
We do.
That was Yoon.
Sorry, I wasn't.
She wanted a grandson.
She was asking her, but then she emailed, and we did some follow-up, and I gave her some just a way to pray and who to ask for help with, and she gave me a little bit more detail about it. So it's either going to be this one. Sorry, I'm just looking to see where I can find feathers. Feathers are a sign from our loved ones. I remember finding one on Mother's Day. It was so huge you could not miss it, from my mom.
Benjamin's asking if they'll leave the British Commonwealth. They won't, Benjamin.
Not until the whole until the royal structure falls apart. Yeah, we're gonna go with that one. This one doesn't have enough. This is a new deck, so it's wicked sticky. I had to run to the store. Christian. Love you, Christian. Hey, Christian, how was Depeche Mode?
Oh, Tony Stokes, our Governor General is the first Indigenous woman. Another hit. I keep hitting them.
Aren't you so glad that I got you that deck?
Bring me to a blackjack table, folks.
I should have brought my tarot dice, my astro dice. So let's see. For Dottie about, so she's asking for a message about her dad, right? Was that the question? Because she was asking
No,
about
feather deck. Was it about? Was
she
her
was
dad
asking
in
if
there
I had a
somewhere?
deck with feathers. Because
Oh yeah, always reminds me of my dad, and if so,
Okay.
a possible card.
So this is
Good.
my Magical Time Fair. It's an empowerment deck, which I love. I quickly flipped through it, and feathers sometimes a little, but I feel like with like there's unicorns and other types of mystical animals, there's enough feathers running around. Depeche Mode was on fire. Christian, I want to live your life. So let's see for Dottie a message. Did I bring? I didn't bring my. I have 2 mediumship decks. They were in my hands.
You couldn't bring one of them.
I know. I'm such a jerk. I didn't swear. I almost called myself something else. I'm just gonna make sure I don't have one of them with me, even though I don't think I do.
You don't.
I don't think I brought it with me.
Jill,
Yeah.
you're on air.
I'm sorry. I'm just checking to make sure, folks.
So no, you do that. So we're at the bottom of the hour, folks. For 1 hour win, you're watching Let's Get Metaphysical with Jilly Beans, and she's doing tarot this evening. It also happens to be an eclipse. We're at the cusp of a new moon eclipse. So there's that as well. So anyway, thanks for tuning in tonight. We're also giving away a hand-painted mailbox from my friend Pauline, who has a shop right around the corner from us in West Gloucester, Massachusetts. You've seen it before. We'll show it again. If you want a chance to win, become a bridge buddy. It's just $2 a month. Annalie Finch, our mama bear, and our big blue wrench has the link for you if you want to get on that. And we'll do that prize wheel spin live on this channel momentarily.
And we'll dance some polka.
Yeah, we will. We will.
So for you, Dottie, the first card I got was Cycles, and and just like Corey, I'm blind. You see me doing this or doing that. We are all becoming. Surrender to the change. Release your fear. Trust the powerful process. But as I say the meaning of the cards and stuff, I want you to think of your father. Think of him saying this stuff to you. And this card's all purple, which to me is all healing. The next card I got was Faith. Believe you are not alone. So your dad is always with you. Spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance and it will come. And this card's like all lit up in white, which is usually healing. And a lot of times it's the way it's associated to spirit. And then the last card was Action. And this is where we have some feathers on the card. Stop hesitating. Movement creates the magic. Nothing can hold you back. So here's the first card of Cycles. So you'll see there's, the 2 animals are going in a circle because we're always going through cycles in healing. And here's your card, which I feel like was your dad talking to you right now. I'm sorry, hit your mic.
You're fine.
And then the last card is Action, where there's feathers. And I love how it's all different colors. Like this is like all fire and movement. And he's encouraging you. So if there's something you've been wanting to do, ask him for help. Ask him for a sign. He's there with you all the time. Bye, Sheila. Thank you for coming.
All right, talk to you soon, Sheila. Good night.
And just have that faith that he is with you. Because this card, there are no accents. They all came out in my hands. He wanted you to know he's always with you. Have faith. Ask him for help. And you'll see a sign, and he wants nothing but the best for you, and he's rooting for you. He's encouraging you right now. I hope this helps.
Very cool. So while we're here, folks, you see Celtic Tarot Sheila. I'm sure most of you have subscribed to her already, but I just want to give a shout out there. And thanks for popping in. And then also Jilly Beans, she also has a new YouTube channel she just kicked off. Christian, I believe Christian is sharing that link with you folks too. And she needs subscribers so she can start doing live shows. So a lot of you have helped us out already, but that'd be really sweet if you could help Jill out in that regard as well.
And of course, I would love to have Corey come on as one of our guests one night.
Yeah.
And especially because, one thing, if it all started with him for me to even get to this point, But we would love to hear just about other things. He's learned about metaphysical stuff since he stumbled into this.
So much.
More than you.
Astrology, Akashic records,
Mhm.
it goes on and on.
All good stuff.
When I was with Sheila, I was doing 8-card reads.
I know, I watched.
That's a lot of cards.
It is a lot of cards. That's why on these types of streams, I don't do card spreads, because they do take a lot to interpret. And usually for myself, I was actually doing one this week because I was just trying to get clarity on a situation. So I have, funny enough, a ton of card spreads saved. I have a couple books and I find them online, and it just helps. The questions are clarifying, but they take longer to interpret. I'll do quick, like the 3 cards, past, present, future type ones, but normally for these type, I don't really do spreads. But 8 is a lot. There's a lot to pull together, especially depending on what the question is. The Tree of Life spread that I had to do, oh my God. When I did my class, that was days. It was all laid out on my floor, and I spent days interpreting that. It's one of the hardest ones to do, but so insightful.
Tony's asking for the link to Jill's channel. Christian has that. Christian's been dropping that in for us, so thank you there. Dottie says, thank you so much, Jilly Beans. You're
welcome.
Wonderful. I like the orange heart as well. Very nice.
Yes.
Everyone's saying goodbye to Sheila for now. It was great for her to pop in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have had the doorbell ring when she does.
Oh my
that.
God, you're
I'm
gonna have to
surprised.
totally get a doorbell for people like that.
It's in the works, folks. It's in the works. You never know. So there is that. Okay, so Beverly Kirby, Corey, do you still work with Annette? I do not. Well, I never say never, but we haven't done a show in a couple of months, and from what I hear, I don't think we're going to be doing one again anytime soon. But I would always love to do a side by side. I'm a sucker for a side by side, so so there is that. So we did what, 80 something plus shows on the channel, plus we probably did another. I can't even tell you how many, like dozens we did on Facebook, dating back years. So. But I think she's thriving right now, which is great to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. Yeah, doorbell will get that involved. Good Karma loves your energy, Jilly.
Thank you so much,
Which is
Good Karma.
nice.
Like your name, I like your handle. Good Karma is good.
Yeah. Okay, so that is that. All right, what do you want to do next, Jilly?
We could do unless you have another question, a general one, or we could just do more readings. I'm good.
I do have some general questions.
Let me just say this real
go ahead.
fast for our UFO freaks and people that follow like spaceship stuff. So Spaceship X, that company, oh my God, of course I'm blanking on the name. It's I don't think it's Elon's, but they launched their first shuttle today, and it blew up within 2 minutes.
I mean, this has happened before with
Well, oh my God, the Challenger. Do you remember? I remember watching that at Fuller School.
The Challenger, but I'm talking about the Tesla.
Yeah, so it's Space Station X, I think it's called. That's the new like big facility that's been making rocket ships.
Yeah.
Today was their big launch, and it didn't get very far.
Yep.
SpaceX, yeah,
right?
SpaceX. Yes, thank you. Like I said, I can't.
Oh yeah, there's good. Yes, Christian and Karma have it. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm telling you, I know it. I read it. I know a lot of people that follow it. Can't remember it when I need to say it.
That's okay. That's why we have 100 people in here helping us
and
out.
Everyone else.
Is this general enough for you from Val? Jill, will the issue with one person versus many of us ever resolve? Thank you.
So there's a conflict between one and so it's one and other. Okay. So in other words, you want to know if there's going to be a resolution to some not seeing eye to eye.
And Jill goes to her many tarot decks.
I didn't bring as many this time too, which is interesting. I did bring some of my other tarots just to show Corey, but I don't really use them that much. I got them more for, like I said, just because I like them.
And some of those decks are a surefire way to get Anna Lee off of this channel.
Anna Lee be really
so we will not be showing those decks.
At me for one or two of them, but the other ones, like, it's like an occult one. And then I get the angel one that goes with it. So in those, like, I didn't bring the boxes that those are in. Those stay on my shelf because they're big, but I don't ever really use them. I got them more just because they're like my collective. I'm using this deck for this question. This is always my go-to. And I feel like I keep seeing this. So that'll be one. I feel like I'm gonna have three for this question.
And Marlene, thanks for subscribing to Jilly's channel.
Thank you so much. And we'll make sure when I connect with my friends, all the bridge buddies, we will make sure you all get shout outs, especially when we get to go live. And then my family members that I bullied into subscribing, they can unsubscribe if they want, like my 24-year-old. So we want to know if there's going to be resolution of conflict. This is, I have to say though, besides any cards, this energy right now is the perfect time to put stuff like that to rest. So if you can get them to talk, this could be the time. And just remember what I always say, you can say anything to anyone as long as it comes from a place of truth, love, and integrity, even if it's not nice.
Joan Baker says the missile took off, but it exploded. Fortunately, no people or payload was on it.
Oh, the Challenger was just heartbreaking because of the teacher, right? I remember watching it, Mr. Lodge.
Krista McAuliffe.
I was in Mr. Lodge's science class. That's where we were watching it.
Yeah, we were. I think we had Mrs. Robbins in her science class.
Yeah, that's where we were. They rolled.
Oh, geez. So I forgot. So Good Karma asked like half an hour ago how Jill and I know each other.
Oh my God.
We grew up and graduated together. So we've known each other since we were literally like 7 or 8 years old. And here we are.
Still friends all these
Reading
years.
tarot together.
Reading, and that is
and I'm drinking a moonshine.
And it's a funny little coincidence how this all happened too. Story for another day. So the first card, this kept sticking out to me. Oh,
Down a cap.
Down a cap. I'm sure there's going to be lots of extra dog hair in that next shot.
I'm actually, you know how many times a day I vacuum? I just leave the vacuum out. It's bad.
Oh my God, it's worse than having a child. But anyways, so this kept sticking out to me, broken hearts. This to me just kind of represents what's going on right now, right? There's a lot of hurt. And the good thing about this card is that the number is 9. Yeah, you do it for me, you better. And 9 is always like the end of a cycle. So to me, I just talked about doing like what, past, present, future. This is kind of what's been happening. Hearts have been broken. People have shed tears. But it looks like the cycle is ending. The next card I got was 6 chakra, Archangel Metatron, Deb Lupien's favorite archangel to work with. And if you notice, he's all lit up. So he is, you know, like Metatron is in the old, like he supposedly was Enoch. He's one of the only angels that walked the earth and became an angel. He's like the hand of God. So he's really powerful. So he's like all lit up in white, which is healing energy. And he's looking over the situation. And then the last card I got, my favorite one, Goddess of the Moon. So 52, I look at that as 7. That is the first thing that sticks out to me. 7s are always choices and decisions. We're in a new moon cycle. This is the time. If you want resolution and if the people that are in conflict with this person, this is the time to do it with this moon energy. See how she's holding it up? This is also in this deck, the psychic card, believe it or not. So go with your gut, go with your intuition, because I feel like this is the time. Like if you want to move into the future, this is the time to resolve it and just lay it all out, put it all on the table and have the honest conversation. And I'm really being guided to say to you, hear out what they have to say. And you want to like respond and not react. And even if like whatever's being said isn't really the truth, just hear them, because I feel like that's part of it. That person is not feeling heard. And if you can hold the space and hear them out, I think you'll have a much better productive conversation. Hopefully the conflict can get resolved. Much luck. Love.
Nice work, Jilly.
Thank you, Corey.
Okay, we had, let's see, I thought Catherine had something up here. Sell my daughter's house by July. I'm going to form that into a question for you, Catherine, because Catherine always supports the channel too.
So is Catherine, where is she?
Sell my daughter's house by July. So I guess we'll turn that into a question.
So I can't give the definitive yes, no, but we will see what comes through. Hold on, I'm thinking about which one I want to use.
And while Jill's doing that, I'm going to say it's last call now if you want to become a bridge buddy tonight to win, possibly win.
I'm going to use my Moonology. Sorry.
This, go ahead. This handmade painted mailbox from Pauline's gift. So Annalie will have that link one last time for you. If you want in on that, I can add your names right now. I'm going to get the prize wheel ready for 8 o'clock or so.
And some polka dancing. So for Catherine, we're going to go with our manifestation, because that's like, if you think about it, you're hoping she sells our house, right? And I will not be able to do predictions when it comes to time frames, but let's see if the energy's there for this is going to be the time to get it started. And people love my accent. Thank you, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Corey's just teasing me. It's the thing.
My whole family has the accent.
One night, well, we were talking about Gwyneth, remember? And then like my real Gloucester accent came through.
That skank.
Oh my God. I was like totally like, oh my God, single most. Yeah. When I was a waitress for many years in Gloucester, or in my early 20s, people used to make me talk. The tourists would make me talk.
Oh yeah, that's why people ask for Pauline videos, because she has such a thick Gloucester accent. And actually, Pauline and I, like 5 years ago, we did we broadcasted the Horribles parade together.
Fun.
And so people around the world were watching that, and we might actually do that again this year too. So that's a big parade before the 4th of July here.
And it's so funny when you're little and you hear it's the Horribles parade, you're like, what's so horrible about it?
Yeah, but it's essentially like a costume parade. It started about 100 or plus years ago here, where basically it was like farmers were like showing off their cattle and their equipment, and it kind of turned into a fun parade where the kids would dress up. And then it turned more into like Halloween-y kind of costumes, and it took on the name Horribles Parade. So
Dr. Stockman and his family used to have the best costumes. I remember. So have you ever been in the Horribles Parade besides just announcing it? I've been in it twice.
I have been in a bunch of them. We won a trophy one year for one of them, because the bridge, we always had a float.
Oh yeah.
And I actually broadcast live from the back of the truck.
Yeah, and you better throw candy to the kids.
Oh my God, Joe, we threw our first year when we started the we had frisbees.
Oh, fun.
Bags of candy and all that. And we hit the boulevard, and it's like Beatlemania when you start the floats down. It's like the main boulevard in Gloucester. It's packed.
It's where it starts. It takes, I think, 45 minutes to get through that small stretch.
And we were out there with 4 or 5 guys, and we were just chucking frisbees and candy, and there were
fun.
kids darting in front of the truck. Like we had to stop, and we got rid of like, I can't even tell you how much swag and merch we got rid of, like right there. Then we forgot we had 3 miles of parade route left, like 5 miles. Like we were out of stuff. And
people with the water guns, if they shoot me these days, I don't like it. I was in the Horribles Parade when I went to Camp Spindrift. Which, oh my God, this is so bad. Because you got to remember, we're talking 1987.
This is the local wilderness camp.
And we did teepees.
Oh, yeah?
And did like indigenous makeup and stuff.
Oh,
Never would do that.
Well, yeah, but that's like almost
we
everybody's
we
done
were
that.
kids though, but today that wouldn't be done. But we had Camp Spindrift t-shirts, and we got to ride on the big truck. And then when my son Jared, like maybe, well, actually he's 24, so it must have been at least 15 years ago, for Pathways, we were on their float on a big, huge truck. There was supposed to be a bunch of kids with their parents, and it was like me, Danny, my son, and one other person. So we held down the fort. It was quite interesting. So back to the card reading. I do have cards for her.
Yes.
For about her daughter's sale.
Yes. For Catherine.
For Catherine. New moon in Gemini. Think it through. So this is a big decision, selling the house. It's not something that they should rush. Gemini is like an air sign. So I'm hearing like lots of talking. And Gemini, like the sign has the 2 faces. So I feel like there'll be a lot of back and forth, but they do need to talk and think about it. It's not a choice that they should take lightly, but it is a new moon. Oh, thank you so much, Catherine. It is a new beginning. So there's that one. The second card is new moon in Cancer. Relax. Cancer is all about family, new beginnings. So you got to think about this as manifestation. They shouldn't stress. Buying a house is stressful. I know this. I've bought 2, but like selling a house, buying a house, anything with houses is stressful. But just they need to, if they can take a step back and not be so worried. I don't mean like so relaxed. It isn't like, hey, you just lay back and let it happen. But this card is just kind of like, be chill. It's all going to work out. And then you get a full moon in Sagittarius, see the bigger picture. This is why the other cards are saying to really think about it, take it slow, because they need to look at it. So Sagittarius, I'm a Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about knowledge. We are truth seekers. We're also impulsive too, which is why I'm going to have a swear jar here. And this one is a full moon, which ends a cycle. So it feels like the house is going to get sold. You just can't rush the process. They got to take it slow. They got to have some real honest conversations. And with the family too, they can't let it, like, they can't have too many voices in their heads. And I don't mean any disrespect towards you, but everyone wants to give opinions during this stuff. So they need to go to the people they trust, like you. And other that they can't have every aunt, cousin, this one, that one in their ears, because they'll make it harder. But it looks like that, the Sagittarius, the full moon, it looks like there'll be the payoff. Hopefully, it's all going to work out. And Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which always makes things in abundance, which is why I love being a Sag.
Good stuff, Jilly. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks for the question. Willow Breeze points out, I had to lose my Mass accent when I moved to Connecticut. My son got in trouble for spelling the way I spoke. Yeah, so everyone around here, like especially like the Sicilian immigrants, like we're my family, we speak phonetically, right?
Yeah.
So Good Karma's asking why I don't have a Mass accent. So put it this way, when I was very young, before I could read, I was always told that my dad worked at a WAF. I did not know what a WAF
I
was.
heard the story.
I just know that when he came home, he smelled like fish. I had no idea what a WAF was. And then once I was able to read and I saw the word wharf down where we went to go see my dad, I was like, oh, my dad works at a wharf. And from that moment, I kind of made a point to at least try to enunciate my words correctly. But if I'm hanging out with a lot of my Gloucester friends or family, I'm sure there's like shades of an accent here and there, or if I'm drinking. That comes out with everybody too. But instead of dropping my R's, I might add R's. I don't know if I say vanilla or idea pizza.
No, but you like to listen to, you sound like someone who's been in the entertainment business. You don't really have a definitive accent.
Very entertaining.
You're very entertaining. But did you ever have Mr. Walsh in high school?
Yeah.
So when we were doing one thing in science, we were doing crustaceans, and he would write out lobster. Like he wrote it out how we said it, because that's how the kind of guy he was.
Val's off to go wrenching, but she does say go Bruins, so thanks for that. Val, that makes you our viewer of the night, Val.
Your Corey's favorite tonight so far.
Yeah. So that's the latest there. Okay, you ready for another question?
Yes, I am.
All right. Wildflower Wind is asking for direction for her financial future. Do you get any feel there?
So like job or investments, money stuff is tough. Let's see, I'm just looking first. Oh, we're talking about, this is a manifestation deck, so let's use this one, my new one.
Okay. And Tammy says, when Corey says drawing. But do you say like drawers, or do you say draws?
Draws.
Yeah, like when you have a bureau or something, the drawers, we just say draws.
If I think about it, so like
it's in the draws.
It's in the draws. So on my friend's channel that I was telling you about, that we, did a little tribute to him, that he passed away one night, because he was from Massachusetts. We had other people on the stream, and we spelled out cities and towns from Gloucester and made them try to pronounce them like Situate. Oh, yeah. There was only a handful of us, but it was hilarious, because I would send it to him and we would be laughing. We're like, they're never going to say it. And we would make fun of how Waze says Peabody in roundabout.
Yeah, it's Peabody.
Worcester.
Okay, so I'm trying to get Wildflower specific ask here.
So she wants to know about financials, and we're using the manifestation deck. So let's see what comes up.
Yeah, can I get a card giving me direction in my financial future? Yeah, there you go.
So this is.
Hi, C-Cat, by the way. Good to see you again. Aloha.
So just so you know, like this energy, regardless of anything that comes out, this is the time to do stuff like that. If there's a financial endeavor, this is that, like, early on I talked about the eclipse and what you're supposed to do with it and what this energy is all about. It's all about taking those opportunities and having the courage to do it. And financial stuff is scary. I totally get it. Even though I'm not close to retirement, I wonder if I'll ever get to. at this point. I'm sure I'll be working till I'm 80. So let's see what we get.
I do need to get shuffling music, I think. Yeah.
Whatever. But see, but you gotta, I was just
Like Final Jeopardy.
Final Jeopardy. It'll be too I'll be honest, it'd be too distracting. Because I'm actually, as I shuffle, like I will start talking. And then, see, look at it. Like I didn't even mean to pull this many cards.
Here we go.
Oh my God. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I say, oh my God, it's just, it never fails. I'm like, one card always turns into 4. At least none have jumped out so far. I bet they will now.
Hi, Peggy. Hello.
Oh,
this
hi,
is
Peggy. Hi, Peggy.
Remember that commercial?
Yes.
Hello, this is Peggy.
Okay, so hold on. I'm just
Thank
looking.
you, Mary.
Oh,
You're
thank
fine.
you,
I'm sorry.
Mary. No, that's okay. I'm just looking at them quickly. Running to the mall. Why don't
While
you
you
paint me a
shuffle.
picture, Christian, next time?
Actually, Christian did mention that he might sketch something.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'll put it in my space. So the first card I got for you, new moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. So Capricorn's really grounded, like they are leaders. And my ascending's Capricorn, which is interesting because it's an earth sign, and earth signs are grounded. So your financial future, I don't know if you're married or not, you might need to take the lead on this one. That's what this card is saying to me. Then you get the first quarter moon in Aries, step into your power. You want to know about your financial, like the direction of your financial future? This whole eclipse hybrid is in Aries. And this is saying to step into your power. You might need to take control. First quarter moon in Taurus. Now it says release control, but this is release the control of things that you can't, like you don't have control over certain stuff when it comes to financial stuff, right? We can't control, like, for instance, prices going up, gas prices. So the things that you are out of your hands, just let that stuff go. There's nothing you can do about it when it comes to finances. And the last one is first quarter moon Gemini, speak your world into being. And there's 2 people here. Speak your truth. If you're worried about your financial future, I feel like, and and feel free to say if I'm wrong, there's someone else involved. They're kind of like your hurdle in a way. These cards are saying, like, you know what? If you want to have control of your financial future, you need to take control. You need to make sure you're secure and that you're going to be okay. And because security with, like, you know, they say money can't make you happy. And I agree, like millionaires are miserable. What makes us happy is security, knowing you have money in the bank that if something breaks, you can pay for it to get fixed. If your refrigerator dies, you can buy a new one. Money doesn't make you happy, it makes you less stressed. And to know that your future is set up, that is just less stress so that you can enjoy your life. So I hope that makes sense.
Very nice. Okay, hope that helps. Wildflower. There you have that.
Ooh, it's almost that time.
We're getting there. We're pushing. Do you want to? Joan Baker's asking about the month of May for her.
May, but we're in April. So, okay. I'm telling you, like, I had to think about that for a second. That's so scary. What month are we in? So, Joan, would you be super offended if we didn't pull for May yet? Because I feel like we're still, the energy in April right now is getting so strong, and it's going to go into May. But if there's something you'd like to know now about this energy from the manifestation deck, I can rephrase that question for what does the deck want to say now? Let me know if that's let's see if she says that's okay.
Okay, well, in the meantime, why don't we have this drawing?
Drawing.
All right, and let's give away this. Jill, I'm going to hand this to you.
I'll be Vanna.
Yeah. This
Ooh.
beautiful hand-painted mailbox from Pauline's Gifts, 512 Western Ave, over in West Gloucester.
Move back a little bit.
Essex Ave in West Gloucester. That's a beauty. Okay, so this is for all of our Bridge buddies, folks who have signed up and subscribed to the Bridge for a $2 a month charge, but that gets you entry into all of the drawings that we have. We've given away, Jilly's given away readings, Deborah Lupian's given away reading, soul introductions. We've given away books. Now we're giving away a mailbox. I'm literally talking to 2 places right now. They're already going to give away big gift cards or online coupon codes, I think, too, so anyone around the world can shop there. At the yarn place, Coveted Yarn, a couple restaurants in Gloucester, a pet shop in Essex. So yeah, it's going to start growing. The idea is we want this to build up so you, the winner, can have a multiple choices of the prize you want, the one that befits you.
Do you ever think the floating lotus would work with you?
They have in the past.
Oh, I love the floating.
Yeah, they come back and forth.
I have a bunch of the meditation pillows. They're awesome.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm in for whatever. I'm up for anything. So.
Ooh, you are. That's good to know.
Okay, so all right, so we already have all the names on our prize wheel. I'm going to share the screen and go to the prize wheel, and then we're going to see who the lucky winner is, and then we'll ship this out to you no matter where you are, unless you're super local, like Sharon Miller and
or Jill.
Yeah, or Jill. You're in on this, by the way. So I do need to say this though too. Anybody out there is eligible to win. Anybody but me. My mom could win, Christian could win, Meredith could win, Jill could win, and you can win multiple times. You could win 2-3 weeks in a row.
And you can pass too.
Yeah, it's just random. But that's a good point too. If the prize isn't for you, you can just pass it on. We'll try to compensate you some other way. We can figure that out, or you can gift it, like whatever. But
no
just so you know, yeah, the idea is like we want to just be kind of doing this, helping support small local businesses and artists and whatnot too, and of course our readers, right?
Gifts.
Our metaphysical folks.
And cool gifts. Just saying, this is like Devolution, and these are big prizes.
Yeah, these are big prizes. So Sue, Sharon's in Indiana. Well, that's like a 15-minute drive. You can get here in no
big
time.
Deal.
Yeah, we'll see you by the weekend.
He's going to Colorado.
Yeah, this is true. All right, so I'm going to share my screen, folks.
Ooh, sorry, I keep poking you with it because it's so big.
There's us. I got to find my prize wheel here. Okay, here it is, folks. Everybody can see. So I can scroll up and down to see all the names in there. This kind of goes on and on and on and on and on. So if you don't see your name, and I have Joan in here through March because she paid for annually. So I can get rid of that extra stuff. And I think everyone else is in here too. Good. Okay, so without further ado, are you ready, Jill?
Let's get our polka on.
All right, folks, good luck. This is for the hand-painted mailbox from Pauline, and away we go.
This is when you need a heavy drink. You gotta remember, Meredith's gonna hate me on whenever I come here. It's so suspenseful.
We're getting there.
Oh my god. Awesome.
Maureen Cusimano, she's a local, but she's also been a long-time follower here. So I didn't see Maureen's name in the chat tonight, but she's usually with us. So
yeah, I did a card reading for her.
You did?
Was a local, yeah, one of my first ones.
Oh, Maureen, that's awesome. Well, geez, what were the odds of that? Very
Corey
cool.
got out of this one easy. If she's a local.
Well, now I got to deliver it.
Do you want me to? Jesus, I'm going back to Gloucester, Corey.
Wait, did you know where she lives?
I don't know where she lives. Well, you can tell me later. If she's close to
I'm not even positive she's in Gloucester.
Well, she's a Cusimano, so she's somewhere.
Well, right. She's close by. Yeah. Awesome. Hey,
We'll
Maureen, very cool. Thanks for playing.
Maureen.
Thanks for being a bridge, buddy. Awesome. That was great.
That was fun.
An old guy predicted it was going to be Maureen Cusimano.
You did?
He
Shut
He
up.
does this with every drawing.
I know, I'm just being... Well, why didn't you answer your own question? What's up with Canada if you are also knowing?
Well, inquiring in mind, because Canada's ever changing. So
yeah, I have a cousin that's in Canada that we've been trying to get together to actually meet up in person, but they kept shutting the borders, so I haven't been able to. She's going to be coming, I think, this fall.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. We want to say hi to Andrea 54 Hector, new subscriber, love and light, my spiritual sister and friends. Well, there you go.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Andrea. Great to have you with us. Welcome.
Take this back now.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. All right, Maureen, this is going to be with you. We're going to mail this to you. I don't know if it's going to land in your old mailbox.
I know.
But we're going to ship it to you anyway.
And seriously, if you do need me to just drop it off to her, I don't mind.
Geez, that was awesome.
That was fun.
All right, let's scroll through. So, all right, thanks everybody for that. Good. A lot of congratulations.
Oh, the card could be for April. There's Joan. Thank you, Joan. So I'm going to pull from my manifestation deck for you.
You're right. Maureen also won all of Corey's bills. Yeah, that should stuff the mailbox and send it to her.
Your P.O. box. So has your P.O. box been a little bit more
Oh my, no, it's calmed down. Well, now that, I mean, Anna Lee was going nuts. So it was like
Oh,
every
Anna
time you
Lee,
turned
though?
around, it was,
I
hey, Cadbury
appreciate-
eggs, peeps, Cadbury eggs, peeps.
I
But
appreciated the Craig Cabaret eggs, even though I only took one home with me. that
I
time.
do have a quick notice for my wrench holder. So Anna Lee and Christian, I noticed that Thankful Mom isn't here yet. If she does pop in and I don't notice, just let her know that I would like her to email me at hello@bridgecapeband.com.
She will understand that message.
Yeah, and for those of you out there too, and every now and then you'll see Anna Lee will drop in my email address. That's if you want to sign up for the Bridge Cape Band newsletter. Now it's mostly hyper-local events of that nature, but eventually it's going to evolve into more of a channel-centered newsletter because we'll have more videos. I'm assuming we're going to have more giveaways. There can be special things there too. So if you would like to sign up for that, just email me at hello@bridgecapeband.com and I can add you to the list. I don't do anything with anybody's information. Whether you're signing up for a Bridge Buddy or the email, you just get added to the email list. Your name gets plugged in for the contest. That's it. I have no.
He doesn't sell the information to
Yeah,
anyone.
I have no motivation to do anything with your data. Trust me.
Facebook lost their big lawsuit. There's a way to claim your $725 of that class action if you want, I guess.
Yeah, I want it.
I don't know if it's worth the paperwork, to be honest. So, and just to be clear, I was shuffling along to allow Corey do his part because it is his channel. Christian going to watch The Irishman.
Not a good movie, by the way.
I know.
So.
Oh, I only got one card, but I feel like
Oh.
you're getting gypped because I get many for others. So I'm pulling another one just for the heck of it. Oh, and then I got two more. Look at that. See there.
There we go.
Oh my God, don't stand it up. This is a new deck too, so they tend to be sticky. So let me just look quickly for you, Joan. So this, to me, like just looking at this right away, I'm hearing you need there's a little bit of like self-love. You need to have be kind to, just remember to be kind to yourself, and you need a little bit of extra love. And earlier I did say in this eclipse, this wasn't a time to indulge and treat ourselves. So this, before we get into May, I really feel like you need to do something special for you, no matter how small or how big. Even if it means you sleep in late one day. God knows that's a gift these days for me. So the cards I got was first quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck. Then this card is what stuck out to me. The first quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. Now, Capricorn, again, very grounded. It's within Earth. And just try to have patience with the world, with yourself, and with others. Because Capricorns are very like, because I am, that's my ascending, we're organized, like we always have lists, we always have tasks, we always have something to do, somewhere to be, something to plan. We're perfectionists. Be kind to yourself. And then the next card, embrace the flow of life. Full moon in Gemini. This is why I'm saying I'm feeling like you need a little bit of self-care and self-love. The last one, full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. So you were asking me about May. So maybe there's something that you have like an impending doom. Don't be too quick. You don't want to rush ahead. You want to be present. I know it's hard to be present like every single day in your life, but life will pass you by. So let those, sorry, Corey, I'm poking you. Let the fears go away. And I love that it's the ocean, tranquility. Just try to be kind, be kind to yourself. Do something for you that you would consider an indulgence. And that means something different for everyone. Some people it's chocolate. Some people it's moonshine. Some people it's buying tarot decks. Do that for you because you deserve that. And I feel like you really need to hear that right now. You deserve it. And that this is the perfect time to take care of you. And everything that's going to happen in May is going to happen. But for right now, try to just focus and be present for the rest of April and just really take advantage of this energy that we got going on. So let me know if that helps.
Awesome.
Makes sense.
Very nice. Folks, if you're just tuning in, it is 10 past June. That is 8:10 p.m. Eastern time here. You're watching Let's Get Metaphysical. I'm Corey from Bridge Cape Band. She's Jilly Beans. We both grew up and graduated together in Gloucester, Massachusetts. That's where we're coming to you from tonight. Jill's new YouTube channel is called...
we got to change the name of it, but it's called The Wisdom of Three Beyond the Veil. We all decided it doesn't flow right, so don't be surprised if it changes, but we'll put something in there. It's not changing for a while, don't worry.
Okay.
But we want it because there's three of us, and there is something about the power of three. And I know it's like if you watch Charmed, they talk about that, but it is a thing with the power of three. And we were trying to come up with it, and there's an owl that is our picture. So you know you're on the right channel because owls are very wise.
There you have it. Oh, we love Lucretia. Hi, Lucretia. Good to see you. Joan Baker says, I always think about this first. Thank you. I will do just that.
Oh, good. Because there might be someone else who has a wrench who I might have given a message to like that at one time, and she actually did it and got something beautiful for herself.
We have an update from Tony Stokes. Jilly Beans gathered 31 new subscribers during this live. She needs 31 more to reach her goal of 100 by the end of this live.
Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. So remember, I said when we hit 111, we're going to give a free reading away to somebody.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yeah, that's it. In our last video that we uploaded, that's what Deb talked about. So thank you guys so much. And I swear you will all get shout outs on the channel.
There you have it. Awesome. You ready for a question, Jill?
Ready for a question. Lay it on me, brother.
Patty D is asking, Jilly, have you ever had a past life done?
I have done, when I was in class, I did 2 past life regression meditations. At that time, and but Deborah Lupien too, when I did my reading with her, I asked about past lives because I could tell like I'm not an old soul, but I'm not a new one. I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm in the middle, but kind of on the like a higher end of, does that make sense? Like I'm a little bit between an old soul and a medium. I feel like I've done this dance a bunch of times, right?
Like a medium rare soul?
Like a medium rare. Not well done yet, right? So she went into my Akashic records, and I have had like 2,800 lives so far. That's a lot. But
what?
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah,
your soul comes back many times because sometimes you're just here for a short time. So we could go down this rabbit hole. You know, there's different planets, there's different timelines, like there's different ways. I could have been the child in one. Because how we come back, like in my first past life meditation, I was a man, funny enough. And I was actually, my head's tingling now. So one of the reasons why I did it is because I feel like in my life, I've always had to be the person that's strong, the person everyone goes to. I have to take care of everyone, like within my family and stuff. And that has been a theme within my life. The first past life regression, I was a medicine man. And I remember seeing my feet, and it was, many years ago. And I could see where they were like weathered from the sun. And I was overlooking my village. And how overwhelming it was because I was the medicine man to take care of my tribe and my people. So that was that's what I remember about that one.
Were you handing out moonshine then, Jilly?
No, I was more into herbs, I think. But my second one though, so outside of this is something you won't know yet. My nickname is Princess. It's something that started, and so my other love is jewelry, which we haven't gotten there yet. Is it Uniqlo?
No, jewelry.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
So anyways, and because I'm a little bit of a wise ass, like I'm like 5 feet nothing, it just became a nickname, and from, my boyfriend, and then other people took it on. So, and I've always loved like the Camelot era, like, I know it's like the Renaissance time, but I think of Camelot when I think of that time frame. And my second past life regression, in that lifetime, I was not like royalty, but I also wasn't like a peasant. I was somewhere in between. I was young and I had no responsibilities. I saw myself running through the marketplace in the clothes and everything. And that past life felt free and just light. But I know that life did not last long, unfortunately. People didn't live long in those days, anyways. But that era, I so connect to. I love, like, like the Sword and the Stone. Like, there's the Disney version, then there's the Mists of Avalon and all that. I love that. I would love to live in a castle. We do have a castle here. Thank you, Joan. You're with me with the jewelry. So those were the two that I did. So it showed me how in my life I've always been the caretaker. But it did show me that at one time I came back and had no responsibilities. And it was great, but unfortunately this is like a repeating pattern for me. But because when you do like past lives, like they're only going to show you so many too. But I haven't done one in ages. Oh my God, Michelle. Hey, Michelle, you're here. She's in the woods right now. You got Wi-Fi in the woods. Awesome. Happy 420 to you.
Hi, Michelle. Tony Corey, one of my past lives was in Florence during the Renaissance.
Ooh, that's my kind of girl.
Bring pizza next time.
So I have to just say, my friend Michelle Embry that's here, this is her book.
What?
Yeah. It's a fantastic tarot book, just saying. So my friend's an author.
Look at that. We have a star-studded live chat tonight.
And I knew I had texted
Seacat, Old Guy, Christian, Lucretia, Michelle Embry.
And this book I love. And this is why I brought it because I wanted you to look at it because it's a great book for when you learn tarot. So funny enough, I didn't think I would see Michelle tonight because earlier she told me she was going to be in the woods. So I'm like, oh, she's off the grid. I'm not going to see her.
She's out of the woods.
You're out of the woods, lol. So cool that you're here, Michelle. Good to see you. John Asai was here earlier. She's someone that, like, that crew that I know.
Yeah. Nice. She should subscribe to your channel.
She probably already is.
Yeah.
She subscribed to yours first.
Isn't that sweet?
She is. I got some great friends. And yeah, but she's working on her second book right now.
So is Christian Montone.
She's working on a book?
Christian's working on a book. Yeah.
Oh,
so he's
cool.
Children's books.
Oh,
yeah.
It's so cool. I did see your artwork from your seniors that you posted, Christian. And you'll have plenty of time to work on it before the next card pull, my friend.
Are you ready for another question?
Yeah.
All right. Willow Breeze is asking, could you have a card for just about her future journey? A card for her future journey.
Just for the future. What does it hold for you? Do I want to use... We'll just keep going with the manifestation.
This seems to be the deck tonight.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I haven't even pulled out my other Moonology one, but that's okay. I really wanted to use this one because I just got it. I haven't used it yet, so this is good. And while she's here all the time, I remember that name. I'm starting to remember some of the handles, even though I can't remember the name of the space program.
Gigi's asking if we do an author show sometime. I do have a few videos on the channel with authors. I just did one about a month ago with Susan Wadia Elza busting breast cancer. And a couple others have reached out to me. I got to try to schedule that somehow. It's the busy season here. It's tough. I've been doing a lot of video stuff. You might see a couple local ones on the channel lately. Got my local videos, and I put them on this channel, destroy this channel.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's because it's just, there's Paulina, there's Azorian, but then I'm doing things for like
the Blackburn
Cape and license plates.
Oh, I know.
No, the Blackburn, like those things are okay.
Those are good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the license plate. There was one other thing I saw in the newsletter. I'm like, I didn't even know about this.
The Cove?
No, I think it might have been a fun. I don't know. It was a fundraiser or something.
Yeah.
Isn't that so sad? I don't even know what's going on in my own town.
Well, there's a lot. Especially this time, it's pretty nutty. Now through Labor Day, it's going to be insane.
It is, and we should do a whole show about Fiesta in our roots, because like I'm Fiesta royalty, just say with my family.
Big news from Fiesta coming soon. I'll let you know afterwards.
Oh, it's like the changing of the guard. All the old schools are gone, unfortunately. So for Wildflowers, sorry to digress as we talk about, our lives. Yeah, Corey, we're doing a reading. I even already have the cards. So for you, for your future, open up to chance. New moon in Aquarius. So what do you need to know? Be open to receive the gifts the universe want to give you. In attune to the divine. New moon in Pisces. Pisces is that dream. Pisces is like a water sign. And it's that dreamy escape place that we all love to go to, where it's like, you allow yourself to dream about like having the perfect life and it feels great. Dream big and get in tune with the universe and open yourself up, because what does your future hold? Anything you want, my friend. This is the time to, and I don't want to keep using the word manifest because I know like it always, like, I get kind of sick of some of those buzzwords, but it's time to put out there in the universe what you want and start taking action to what's going to make you happy in your highest and best, and get rid of that other stuff that doesn't serve you. I didn't swear, Emily. I almost swore again.
You went there. You were leaning towards that way.
I didn't.
Michelle has watched videos of the greasy pole. Yeah, we actually covered that live all 3 days last year on this channel.
And she knows about the greasy pole because of me.
Yeah. So that's coming out. We're 2 months away from that, actually, which is nuts. That's like the signature event. That's the biggest draw for Taurus is St. Peter's Fiesta
and
weekend. It's at the end of June.
Bossing.
Yeah. Old
timers.
So Tony's asking, just for the fun of it, what do the cards show for the end of April? Then I actually have I'm asking for a card pull about my business.
Ooh.
So we'll do this one for Tony.
So.
Greetings, Montreal.
Hey, Ken. Is that?
That's where Tony's.
Oh, that's from Tony's from. Yeah. So we already answered your question about what's up with Canada.
Oh yeah, she
right?
was chiming in throughout the whole answer there.
So for April, we're just gonna keep going with manifesting. So for your channel, Corey, that's interesting. Maybe I'll use that cool tarot deck, the Pulp Tarot, for you, or maybe I'll do 2 decks, because I do that. I do use multiple decks sometimes for bigger questions. Yeah, no joke. That's right. So just anywho, so this is kind of funny. So the grease.
Willow Breeze thanks you. She's working on it happily.
Good to hear, Willow Breeze. So the greasy pole, just so you know, you can get seriously hurt. I have had cousins. You come away bruised and battered. That pole is no joke if you land on it the wrong way. But my son, who's
land on it anyway. Yeah.
Oh yes, there's been some. I remember when my uncle announced one of my cousins, he said over the microphone, "Doesn't look like Auntie's getting any grandkids after that landing." So my son Jared, when he became old enough to do it, I'm like, "You're walking the pole, right?" And he's like, "I think I am." I'm like, "You have to. Like, what? Only an Italian mother would encourage their child to walk on a pole with grease where he could potentially hurt himself." I'm like, "Rite of passage. You need to do it. Do it while you're young, because once you're old, you shouldn't be doing it." It's just a funny mindset to think like I'm bullying I didn't really have to bully him. I will neither confirm or deny that I bought him alcohol when he was 20 when he did it the first time.
You had to.
Yeah, because you can't go
pre-medicate.
You can't go to the St. Peter's Club like you used to be able to back in the old days.
Joan loves it when you're on the show. She's special.
Oh, thank you. So what do we want to know about going through to the end of April? Let's say the 20th. We got, 10 more days? And we also, there's also the 3 cards. It's the history of where the other greasy pole is in Italy, where it goes up. So for the end of April, last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to those details. We're coming to the end of the month, so wrap that stuff up. If you didn't do your taxes yet, make sure you did a extension, and I'm speaking more for myself, which I did do. Make time for self-love. Last quarter moon in Libra. Trust the universe. First quarter moon in Aquarius. So trust the universe is for everybody here. Everybody that's worried about what's going to happen the rest of this month, going into next month, trust the universe. It's all going to be okay. See, like, it's all purple and she's like holding up the light. It's like, we're good. We are protected. Things are changing. Like I keep hearing like, the winds of change, the tide is changing. This is what this energy is doing for us right now, because it's been building, right? The last few months I've kept talking about that change. So now the snowball effect, don't be surprised if things start to go faster. So big changes are coming. So just upside down and make time for self-love. So rest of April, everyone remember to be kind to yourself. The energy says to indulge. Everyone indulge into something that is legal and is not going to bankrupt you and that you enjoy. And don't indulge just to indulge. Make sure it's something that you really wanted. Like if there's a tarot deck you really want, buy it. If there's a piece of jewelry, buy it. Like those are the little things. Do something for yourself and make time for self-love and self-care so big. Look at that. So I think for the rest of April, it's all about us. I'm going to say for April, make it all about you or me. Make it all about yourself. It's okay to be a little selfish sometimes because you're really not selfish. You're just taking care of you. Oh, bye, Metal Twister. Thank you for coming.
So what's going on? So hi, Christine Armstrong, another local. Good to see you. We're due for a drink soon, Christine. I haven't seen you in ages. You ready for another draw here?
Yeah, what's the question?
They're traveling and people want to know. So Peggy, Reiki Master, is asking a card or two for my trip to Oregon in June. She's off, so going on the Oregon Trail.
So one thing I'm going to tell you right now, Peggy, just off the bat, and I wish I brought my deck. Dragons. If dragons protect you during travel, believe it or not. So when you go to travel, ask a dragon for help to get you there safely. I'm not using this deck. I want a different
Where
deck.
is the dragon deck?
It's home. I didn't bring it. I had it and I was trying to scale down and see how well that worked out for me. Didn't work out.
You need to have like a traveling trunk.
I know. It's like, and I'm trying to be good. Like it all has to fit in the backpack. I think if I get more of those velvet pouches though, so I don't have to have all the boxes, that's the trick. That's part of it. And I grabbed as many as I could find tonight. All the other ones were too little. The decks wouldn't fit in there. So traveling to Oregon. I am using my empowerment deck because this has dragons in it sometimes. But yeah, dragons are supposed to be, because elementals, I do believe are real. You can not think they're real, and that is fine. But dragons, fairies, gnomes, all that stuff, those are all in the underground. And they like to play tricks on us. But dragons will protect you when you travel. They will make sure you get there on time and safely.
Goblins?
Yeah, but I don't think what you
Hamburglers?
No. No leprechauns either.
Oh.
I don't think. I have a book at home of fairies, and it's funny because fairies are tricky. They like to play tricks and they talk in riddles, and some fairies are not nice. And I have a book where it's like half of it. I bought it at the store that used to be here in Gloucester. It's like one side is the nice fairies, and then it's the other fairies, and they are very kind of scary looking, I have to say. I would never walk into a fairy circle. But anyhow, so do people even know who hamburgers are?
Oh, definitely.
We're showing our age. So for your trip to Oregon.
We're babies in here,
I know. Well, that's true. I missed the McDonald's characters. I don't like McDonald's, but I miss the characters. They had like playgrounds. So for Oregon, you got sacred space. Take time for the dreamer in you. Find your power and stillness in the sacred space and the peace that you need. So there's like a dragonfly. It looks like a dragonfly. And they always travel safe, right? And I feel like a sacred space is like your trip. Is your trip a spiritual trip by any chance? And then I'm hearing humor. Laugh at yourself. Listen to your heart. Let nothing steal your happiness. So when you go to Oregon, like whatever happens in June, like just don't lose your sense of humor, because let's face it, traveling is not fun. Like airports are not fun, flights are not fun. Keep your sense of humor, because this is all about you, right? So this trip is good for you. So just remember to not take it, no, I'm not going to say not take it seriously, but just have a sense of humor about it. When, if you miss your flight, laugh and go get a drink. Like, in the sacred space in the dreamer in you, find the power in the stillness to seek the peace that you want. So the trip to Oregon, is this something you've been wanting to do? Like, is it family members? Is it a retreat? Because I'm hearing like this trip is so needed. There's something very powerful and healing that's part of this trip, even if it's just to visit a friend or a family member. Because for a long time we couldn't see them. Yeah. No, I'll be seeing my brother for the first time in over 2 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez, awesome. All right, let's keep traveling. Jilly, Amy Gould is asking, hi, can I have a card for my New Orleans trip this June? Now we're going to
Ooh.
New Orleans.
Well, funny enough, my friend Michelle, she spends half her time in New Orleans.
Oh, really?
Yes, she does. And I'm hoping one time when she's there, I will get to go down and see her. And that would be so much fun.
We're going to New Orleans with Amy Gould.
Make sure you get some Creole food.
See you, Metal Twister. Sean, always good to see you, buddy.
Good to see. Yes, Sean's name I remember. I've done.
We have a couple of Sean's.
So your trip for New Orleans. I'm gonna pull from my new fairy deck. Why not? I have not pulled this out tonight. And you're going to a magical place. So let's look. Let's have the fairies come out. So, funny enough, too. This deck I like. Here is both my kids. Oh, see both of her kids together for the first time, and yes, awesome. Enjoy that trip. Is so needed. So this deck I love, but here's the problem. Look at I have really look at this. I can barely hold.
You might be a pixie.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I wear a size 6 shoe. My kid Cameron could wear my shoes when he was like 7. So this is a fairy tarot deck. And I know someone's going to ask what the difference is, so I'm just going to lay it out for everyone. The major arcanas are still there, but they changed some of the names and the suits changed. So in other words, like winter equals swords and stuff like that. That's the big difference. That's why when I recommend tarot decks, I don't always recommend these type right away because they're not set up like a traditional one. And if you want to learn tarot, you want to kind of go with traditional first and then going out to the other stuff. And this author, his stuff is beautiful. I used his guardian angel deck one night and another angel tarot. The problem is it's so big, so big. And that's what's hard when I first got it in the cards. You have to kind of unstick them. You should have seen me. I was like practically dropping them everywhere. But I love fairies, and I feel like we should have the fairies talk. See, I can barely shuffle because this thing is so big.
The big deck.
It's so big. I would have Corey shuffle, but I don't know if I trust
This
him.
won't fit in that mailbox.
I know. And I have his other 2 decks too are just as big. And I'm like, I love these, but seriously, did you have to make it this big?
Hi, Wendy J. Good to see you.
And
by the way, it is now June 30. It's the bottom of the hour here. It is 8:30 p.m. Eastern time here. You're watching Bridge Cape Ann. It's Let's Get Metaphysical with Jilly Beans, who's doing Eclipse, New Moon,
I know, we're just pulling cards.
We're pulling cards. Folks. That's what we're doing.
And even Corey's pulling cards.
And you missed the excitement, folks. We gave away a hand-painted mailbox just a few moments ago. Maureen Cusimano was our big winner.
So this is Patty, right?
This is Amy Gould.
Oh, Amy
She's
Gould,
going to New Orleans.
Because I'm trying to I cross out the names and I didn't cross out her name after I did her. Sorry. So sorry. So you're going to New Orleans. First card is the Magician. No shocker for where you're going. Because that is definitely a lot of magic. So the Magician for New Orleans, you can do anything. I'm so blind. I'm doing you're putting yours on. I'm taking mine off. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need for success. Then you got 2 of spring. And spring means, I have it written down because I use this. One of my videos on my channel, I used this deck. Long story short, my washing machine broke and I had to go to the laundromat. So while I was killing time, I did a video. I kid you not.
Right.
Wands. So spring equals wands. Wands is like your creativity and stuff. New Orleans, perfect place for if you need some inspiration. 2 of spring, just easier. A bright future manifests through hard work and creativity. Partners with others who share your dreams. Great progress can be made. And then your last one is 8 of spring, so we're still on stress that comes from having many things happen at once. Stressful, multitasking, sudden events or changes. Sorry, I had to I'm doing the whole old
nearsighted, farsighted thing.
Oh my God. And I have progressives. It doesn't even work. So for New Orleans, magical time. Take advantage of the magic. So the 2 of springs tells me you're going to find some inspiration there. And I see 2 fairies hiding in it. It doesn't matter that they're male buff fairies. They're just there to help you. they're helpers, and it's going to help your creativity. And a bright future is manifested through hard work. So is New Orleans all pleasure or some business? Are you just going there to experience it? Because you might be surprised, there might be something else that comes out of it. In the Eight of Springs, the stress from having many things happening at once. This card, I feel like, if you notice, lots of lights and sparkles. And what is New Orleans? They party 24/7. Bourbon Street never shuts down. This to me is saying it could get a little overwhelming. And it's like, the bright lights. So don't be afraid if you need to pause to take a break, because New Orleans is magic. It's magic, and there's going to be so much, but it's going to be so stimulating. And let's face it, we can only party like a rock star for so many days in a row. So the Eight of Springs, I feel like, is just kind of saying to you, if you get overwhelmed, if it's feeling like a lot, just take a pause. Go find some place safe to just kind of get a breather and just kind of like recenter and just get away from the chaos. But I think the trip's going to be a lot of fun. I think there's going to be a lot of enlightenment, and just be open to the magic. That's what I keep hearing. I just keep hearing magic. I love magic. And eat some Creole shrimp.
There you have it. Get yourself a shrimp po' boy while you're down there.
I don't think I would. So do you remember the 1 year when I was a waitress, the Super Bowl was going to be in New Orleans? So
yeah, that's down there often.
And well, I remember this year vividly because we did a bunch of Creole dishes as specials.
Oh yeah.
And they were really good. Because I don't like spicy, but Creole spicy I like. It's a different.
Seacats asks, aloha, Jilly.
Aloha.
Is it dangerous to build a fairy tree in your yard?
I wouldn't suggest it. And that just for me, fairies, well, actually, no, I'm lying, because you can create stuff to attract fairies. I would ask them to come, or ask if they want you to build them a tree. Just because, if you step into a fairy circle, you can be transported possibly somewhere, or they can get really mad that you stepped into their circles. And usually it's like all mushrooms. But if you want fairies to come, it's very easy to ask them to come, because they want to. They love us because they like to play tricks. When you lose your car keys and you're like, what the hell? I know I put them here. They're usually hiding stuff on you. That's what they do. So I would ask if they want you to build them a tree, because they'll tell you if they want to or not. And if they don't want you to, I wouldn't. Just saying.
And there you have it. Oh, Patty D. Patty, we answered one of your questions earlier tonight about if Jilly's ever had past life read.
Past lives, yes. The answer was yes, and 2 that I can remember.
Anyway, please report, folks, that most of you believe in the Hamburglar and does exist.
He hasn't been seen in many, many years, though. Is he just in deep hiding, or is he
we're gonna hear from him soon. Something tells me. All right, another question here.
Sure.
Sharon Miller is asking for a read on her trip east. Now, I believe she is in Indiana and making her way towards Cape Ann, Boston Cape Ann this year, I believe. So I might even jump in on this reading with you, Jilly.
Okay. Well, what deck would you want? Your Pulp Tarot deck for this, or do you want the Angel deck that you like?
Well, yeah. Let's go back to our Angel deck.
So I was gonna say, what would you like, Corey?
Let's go to my go-to.
Here's your go-to.
For some reason, this is the go-to deck for me. I don't know why.
Roll myself back. So you're coming.
Oh, Seacat also has that deck.
Oh, cool. The decks that I have, they're very.
I pulled the instructions.
So she wants to know about her trip coming here. So I'm going to pull from my Moonology. Yes, Tony. Yes, they like to play tricks on us. They're tricksters, and they speak in riddles too. If you decide to work with them, they speak in riddles. So if you're not good at riddles, you're bumming.
Sharon Miller's coming east, folks. Jilly and I are going to hook her up right now.
And look at that, Sharon. You are so special. Corey's going to pull one for you too.
Oh yeah, I can talk.
Watch out, because people are going to start doing requests now.
What the heck? Trust the universe. All right, so here's what the deal. Sharon, when you come, right, you're going to find out that we're actually a friendlier people than you realize. So you can ask for directions. You can go into the place that maybe doesn't look super friendly, or it might be something for only the locals where they go. Those are the places you actually want to be, and you'll be welcome there too. So fear not. And don't get weirded out if you're coming through Salem. Like, I'm going to assume that you're going to visit Salem at some point too. Lots of crazy energy there, but it's actually it's a really cool time. You can't have a bad time in Salem.
It actually, like, if you think about it, it's all like that. Like, it perfectly represents what's going on in Gloucester right now in this neck of the woods, because the energy is building. This is our tourist season. And just be warned, we live at the end of the highway. So when you're getting towards the end, it's going to end on you suddenly, and people forget that.
Yeah, we're the virtual end of the road here.
We're literally like the end.
Do you want to do one then?
I got two already. Yeah. I was letting you do your thing. So, new moon in Leo, let yourself shine. How is your trip going to be here? You're going to have a great time. And just remember too, we're a tourist town where we got a lot of seasonal people. So those regulars, like, oh, I was just there last November. Cool. They're not necessarily locals. They're part-time locals. They're not like Corey and I. And the other one is know your worth. New moon in Taurus. Don't let anyone ruin this trip for you. Know your worth. Like, this trip is for you. Don't let anyone deter you or anything like that. Come here and have fun.
Yeah, Sharon, when do you plan on being here? Know that too. If you can answer that quickly enough, I can even draw another card for you. But
ooh, look at Corey's getting all confident.
In the meantime, Giselle is asking, Jilly, do you ever use a pendulum?
I do. Would you like me to pull it out? I got it right here.
Look at that.
I used one time when I was torn between a couple decks. I used it to decide what deck I wanted to use. I have a couple, but this was my first one, and tends to be, oh my God, wisdom. So
wait a second. Wisdom of Three Beyond the Veil, that's your channel.
That's my channel, so that's either Deb or Kerry, because they must be signed in it. So Wisdom Beyond the Veil, the Bridge Buddies have been very generous to our channel tonight. So you should check to see what we have now. And they're all going to get shout outs for all the love and support they gave us tonight.
Now, Jilly, I have to ring our cowbell because Sharon Bottoms from Madison, Wisconsin, the person who sent me the cowbell, is back in our live chat. It's good to see you again, Sharon. Hope you're doing well.
Okay, it is you, Deb. See? I had a feeling it was you,
Here's my
Deb.
Wisconsin bell.
That is so cool, and it's so loud, you know, now that he fixed his sound.
We use this every week, Sharon, just so you know.
So it is Deb. I had a feeling it was Deb, because it could have been Deb or Carrie, but she's here. So my friend that I did my channel with is here in the chat under our channel, Wisdom of Three Beyond the Veil. We keep saying that we're like up to 76, but it's gonna keep refreshing. That's the thing. Like, I got notifications of people joining, and it would take a day or two before I saw them. So back to the pendulum, I have a couple other ones. Funny enough, when I got my first certification with Deb, she gave us beautiful pendulums. Mine was a moonstone as gifts. They were really nice. And I have a couple others. This is my go-to. This is the one that I've used. My first one, I use it all the time. But yeah, pendulums I like. I even got a little disc that if you use it, it says like yes, no, maybe. You know, I think I got it down at the store downtown. The only word of caution I have with pendulums, because I got a little addicted to mine when I first got it. You wanna, thank you. So you gotta ring your bell again. They can be addicting because it's like a yes, no, right? And you'll start asking it everything, and you really shouldn't do that. So that's just always my word of caution, because I was like, every little thing, even in my office, I'd be like, okay, like asking the questions. Then I learned where it's like you should use it or you should not use it. It is a great way to confirm a message, or if you're not sure, for me, what deck I want to use, I let my pendulum decide. And there are some times within a reading, if you do one-on-one, I'll pull it out for confirmation on something.
There you have it.
There you go.
By the way, Sharon Miller is going to be in our hood next week.
What?
April 20th. So we're going to pull this card for you, Sharon. Raise your vibration. So there you go. Yeah, I would go with the flow. I would soak in all that's going on. So actually, it's a really cool time to be here. We've had a lot of people come out already.
Yeah.
They get pretty wound up. Also, the locals start to get amped up this time because we just crave beach and boat season. We don't really have a spring here. It kind of teases us. And then all of a sudden you get 3 days in the 70s or 80s and everything's green and it's fiesta time.
And you're finding get your Parkins beach sticker.
Yeah. But I would run with it. So yeah, you're actually hitting us at a good time too. We're getting like road repairs are all the way, like all the nuisance stuff that the townies have to deal with in the off season that we're dealing with now. So I think you're going to step into and have a fun time with us.
And just remember too, raise your vibration. The ocean is awesome for cleanse. Like, they always recommend salt baths to like release negativity or energy. So you're going to be here at the beach, right? What a perfect time. That's going to help raise your vibration. Go to the beach, put your feet in the sand. The water's still going to be really cold, but just, really soak all that up. It's
I'd
awesome.
walk out to Eastern Point Lighthouse and go out on the jetty if the weather's okay for you. So look up Eastern Point Lighthouse if you're in
not
Gloucester.
high tide.
All right, let's move on here. We have one from Sharon Bottoms who just popped in. Jill, I'm having a COVID fantasy.
Ooh.
I only know this person from afar. Will I get to meet and know him?
A COVID fantasy. Who would ever thought?
Mm.
I do have another deck that I could use, but I won't. So, person from afar, and like get to meet and know him. So, as you know, I can't do like the yes nos, and I wish I had my stupid romance angels, and I don't. But that's okay. So, is the COVID fantasy due to high fevers? And is that something you've been looking? Let's go to the manifestation. Because I'm wondering, like, have you been looking for love? Because people are looking for love or partnership. There's nothing wrong with that. And will I get to meet him? And this is just my own personal, personal public announcement. Just be cautious with, if there is someone that if you say you start talking like online or something, always be cautious, protect your privacy. Learn from my lessons. So let's see though. If you're going to manifest meeting this person, Christian, I have a fantasy deck with me. It's just not rated PG-13, so we're not going to use that tonight. So let's see.
The shuffle.
The shuffle.
We're in the midst of the shuffle.
We're in the midst of the shuffle, and also looking at comments and stuff.
We haven't done a lot on Thursday nights, which I think we're waiting with bated breath for Yoon to show up, but I don't know if she'll arrive on a Thursday. It's now 9:15 Friday morning in Singapore.
So funny enough, go wild. Sounds promising.
Hey-o.
Go for it.
Wow.
So I don't know. This sounds very promising. Go for it and go wild. I want to add something else, but then I'd have to have Annalie block her ears. But go wild and let yourself go and have fun.
Meet the guy?
Well, if she wants to know if she's going to get, so that was part of the eclipse. Like, don't miss out on opportunities. If you get an opportunity to meet him, go meet him in a public place with lots of people where people know you where you are. Be safe. But if it feels right, go with it and go wild with my blessing. Just saying.
And Joan brings up a good point. Bridge After Dark. With that show may be making its debut before the end of 2023, we hope.
Well, it's funny because too bad you couldn't figure out lighting, because once it's nice out, fire wouldn't be enough light. Because we could be outside. I mean, let's face it. After dark.
This is true. Good.
Christian's encouraging you as well.
I know Ann Steers had asked, will I make more money? You tell me, Ann.
So again, we'll just go with manifestation and see what it says, because I really can't answer the definitive questions like that, because wouldn't we all love to say we're going to make more money? But let's see what the manifestation deck wants to tell us about you making more money. But you also remember, if you want to make more money, what are you doing to help bring that into your life? Because you need to start by putting that out to the universe. Because if there's one thing I've learned through this work and stuff, nothing is happening unless we put it out there. For instance, my YouTube channel, I set the intention. Things started happening, especially with this help with this person over here, my friends, and it's all coming together. But I had to take the steps. I had to put that energy out there and keep it moving to get it going, if that makes sense. So let's see.
Sharon Bombs have been alone for 50 years. Figure it's finally my time. I'm over the moon with him.
Oh,
I'm not sick, no fever. It's just being wow.
Oh, go for it, girl. Go, girl.
Sharon.
And we'll have to have a private stream to report out. We'll have to do a Patreon. You have to get Patreon so we can do like we want details.
Oh, this is so weird, Sharon. I am not making this up. I swear on our friendship, this is true. This morning, I finished the last of the honey you sent from Wisconsin.
Oh,
last fall.
cool.
It takes me a while to go through honey, and I had that with my lemon water this morning. That is so weird. And that happened this morning.
No accidents.
Yeah, because I remember our recycling day is Wednesday. It's like, well, there's a little bit left. Now's the time to do it, and I can put the jar away.
Yeah, trash deck. The holiday week screwed me up. Like, I thank God I did not put my trash out. Like, because
So we had a state holiday here, folks. It was Patriots Day on Monday. Or Boston Marathon Monday. If you notice, there's a state holiday. So it's also school vacation week. So municipal stuff's been delayed.
Yes, and for people like me, I have to remember that because I have woods. Animals will rip if I put my trash out too soon. They'll rip it out apart. Oh my God! See, I had one. I'm like, oh, just get one more, and then more came. The first card was go for it. Second card was be humble, lighten up, and take a breather. So are you going to make more money? If there's something, an endeavor, a job change that you want to put in your life, cards are saying, yes, go do it. But job changes, whether it's a new place or a new business or something on your own, it's work, and you have to be patient. Like the lighten up. I remember job searching. It could be soul crushing. So just remember to light it up. What were the other ones? I'm sorry. I just need to look at. And be humble, go for it, lighten up. And then it was, so here's, remember who you are. And you can't, I'm hearing like, don't rush the process. Like say like, you want to bring more financial stuff into your life and you do some work. Don't forget, it's okay when we say like moving energy forward, you can still take a break when it gets to be too much and you need to step back. Cause sometimes, we only need 18 more subscribers. Thank you for the update. So Deb, they've been monitoring the channel to see how many subscribers. So if you want to bring more money into your life, I really feel like it's in your hands. It's going to be up to you, however that looks, whether it's going to be a job change, a business you do yourself. Yes, there you go. It's all up to you, but just remember it's a process. So you're going to go for it. Be kind to yourself. Remember to take breaks. Be patient. It will all work out. If you want it and it's in your highest and best, this is the perfect time to start. I hope that helps.
Awesome stuff. All right, Jilly, I do have a question for my business now I would like to ask.
Well, I guess, Corey, you will get priority.
Well, so the question is, I'm trying to wrap my head around how to best do this new contest, right? We just gave away the mailbox earlier night. You've given away a couple readings. Deborah's given away a soul introduction. We've given away books, et cetera, et cetera. There's more on the way. I don't know if I'm going down the right track. I have a thought of what I want to do here, which is to give viewers a choice. So that way we can serve a hyper-local audience if need be, or an international audience. And I just want to know if I'm going down the right road here.
I can already tell you yes, I know that, but we're going to get cards.
Sweet.
Because you're branching out. I think giving the choice to viewers so that they don't feel like they're stuck in a, they're in a prize, in the wheel for a prize that they don't want, right? Giving them the choice, because I know for myself, if I had 4 choices between a pet basket where I have no pets, Village Silversmith, or a mailbox, and say the Azorian, it'd be a tough choice. You know what I mean? But I would love that choice. Like those are some of my favorite stores. So
we saw what I have. So Maureen Cusimano's a local. So she could have gone to a gift card to a local place, like a restaurant, like the Azorian.
And that's just it.
But she won a physical prize too, and we can obviously we could send that anywhere in the world. She just happened to be She's somewhere in the area. I'm actually not positive that she is in Cape Ann. She just might be a local who may be somewhere outside of the
She
area.
left
Still
the
has
bridge.
touch.
She went over the bridge.
I don't know. I don't know.
So, but we're gonna pull manifestation cards for you for your business.
Lucretia, why is Jilly Bean's accent thicker than Corey's?
Because Corey chose to lose his.
I worked at it.
He did.
I had to. I didn't know what the hell I was saying, Lucretia.
The little kid that called up radio stations when he was 8 years old decided to drop his accent.
Christina has a quick question. Corey and Jilly, what's your vote? Crows versus Pat? So the Crow's Nest, which you've made from the Perfect Storm, is a big bar here, or Pratty's, which is another like towny dive bar.
Well, after our experience after the class reunion, I'm going with the Crow's Nest. Yeah. We walked into Pratty's and I'm like, I am too old to be here.
2 thumbs up for the Crow's Nest, Christine.
Yeah, you know what's so funny with the Crow's Nest?
Great bartenders.
It's, you know, we had a lot of that pitch. So the picture of our thumbnail tonight that you put on the community page is at the Crow's Nest.
Oh yeah, there you go, Christine.
That's at the Crow's Nest. And I remember when so back in the day though, we had a lot more options for bars and fun.
Yeah.
Not as much anymore. The Crow's Nest was not our choice back in like when I just first turned 21. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, as a waitress, people kept asking me, tourists were asking me how to get to the Crow's Nest. I'm like, why do you want to go to the Crow's Nest? I didn't know the book had come out about the Perfect Storm.
Oh yeah.
And then it made sense. And then when they did the movie, remember the lines?
Yeah.
And I remember one night we decided, like, coming home from work, because I was a waitress at the time. And just so you know, working in Gloucester, every waitress has a story about their famous actor they met, whether it's Billy Joel or whatever. Not one of my restaurants did any famous people come in, or they came in when I was not working. I never got to see George Clooney. My friend played pool with Mark Wahlberg. And the one time we went to the Crow's Nest to like check it out, after you got past the crowd, the bar was empty. It was quite the letdown.
We're going to bring to Ellie's from Ireland.
Ooh, welcome.
Why don't you go to bed, Ellie? What is it? It's 2 a.m. over there.
Yes. Yeah. That's like, so that's part of it. Like that's part of the giveaways is to help people get exposure, right?
Oh yeah. We have no shortage of bridge buddies that we work with that are, don't you sweat it, Tony. We got them lined up.
Win it Wednesday.
But yeah, that's the cool thing too, is the more businesses that get involved, the more prizes we'll give away and the more support it is. And I like actually going out and buying the stuff from folks too. Like being at Pauline's, like, Pauline, I'm buying that one right there. And actually I don't know if you saw, but in the live, we actually picked out, she's like, this is really popular, this one. This is kind of universal. People like
wine glasses are very popular, especially for the summertime. Ooh, know your worth, Corey.
Well.
Know your worth. So you've been wanting to grow this, right? Pneumonia Taurus.
Okay, only 40 more cards to go through.
No, that was just an accident. But know your worth. You know how valuable this service that you give to people is. Because not only are they like the Bridge Buddies going to benefit the local businesses here, because you got to remember, as a tourist town, as a waitress, I starved in the wintertime. The small businesses, especially coming out of the pandemic, they need that lift, the ones that made it through. So this is a give and take, but definitely know your worth, Corey. So here's what I'm hearing. There's a little bit of caution. Don't let a local business take advantage of you. Because we all know it's a small town. Things can get funny. And if they opened a business here and they're not from here, they might not get how Gloucester works. Mm-hmm. So I'm just hearing with like know your worth, there's a little bit of a caution to say, don't let that person try to do like the sleight of hand or the negotiation or the something. I know this is what I'm being told to just tell you.
Liquid courage.
But just, that's just all. That's the only thing I'm hearing is just make sure you don't have your rose colored glasses on or have many shots of moonshine when you talk to people, but you normally don't, but this is definitely the right move for you. It's going to benefit you, our town, and people like me.
Beautiful. Very nice.
And now I got to pick up my cards that I dropped.
You do that. Folks, you'll see every now and then Christian has actually been dropping in the link to Jilly's YouTube channel, but also Wisdom of Three Beyond the Veil. They're actually in the live chat right now too.
That is my friend Deb.
So you can give them a quick sub, which would be super helpful. It helps them have the ability to do live video on YouTube for you all too. So
and Corey's going to teach me tips and tricks to make the videos look better.
Yeah.
And Deb, I did tell everyone about our giveaway of a free reading once we get to 111 subscribers.
Yeah.
So I think people were excited for that, and that's why they're like subscribing like crazy. This is awesome.
Yeah, and I want to thank everyone who became a bridge buddy, especially tonight for the drawing for the mailbox. We'll let you know what's going on next week. And like I said, I am penciled in to do a show with the True North girls, Georgianne and Karen of True North Wellness. They debuted last week. I was over at their place in Essex. But I am also at the mercy of a couple things, including the Boston Bruins NHL playoffs hockey schedule. So there's that. But also, Meredith and I are doing some real estate things right now that have come up. And our house is being reconstructed right now. So there's a lot kind of happening literally like right now that I got to sift through first. So there is that. So anyway, Jill, it's 9 o'clock. Do we want to end with a card for the community, or what do you want to do?
So I think I have one more card pulled for someone who has a question, then we'll wrap it up for the collective. How does that sound? Because that will, we usually end up, we got to give you and o'clock some more time, but usually we're always here because, you know, old guy will be like, oh, you didn't do 3 hours. I was expecting 3 hours. We've only been what?
2.5.
So one more, and I'm going to let you be drawn to the person that you feel like should get the card reading.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Putting on you.
Who reached out earlier?
Are they here?
You know what?
Pick someone who's here.
Actually, Ellie, you want to ask a question? You're tuning in from Ireland. You can ask a question. Go right ahead.
Ask away, my friend. We'll wait with, so now it's not me.
Yeah, fire away, Ellie. In the meantime, Tony's asking.
Deb, too, my friend. So, Ellie, while you are thinking of your question, I'm going to pull one for my friend Deb.
What?
Because Ellie needs to, she sounds like she has a question.
Yeah.
Deb, I know, just wants general. She just wants to see what I'm going to say. And then when I'm done, I'm going to get a text message saying you should go do a video. And I'm just teasing her. I love her to death. So let's see. This is my new deck, Deb, my Moonology Manifestation. So what does Deb need to know? See, these are sticky. I got to play with these a little bit more. So for you, for Deb, you got unleash your kindest self and believe in your good luck. First quarter moon in Sagittarius. Unleash your kindest self. I already know you're kind, but you really have to, we're going to be pulling deep because with the growth with the channel, we're going to have to remember kindness. The other one is believe in your good luck. Quarter moon in Sagittarius. So this tonight, all the support that we got from Corey's subscribers, this is our good luck tonight. And Sagittarius is always big. It's abundance. And so believe that everything is happening the way it's supposed to, and that this good luck is awesome for us. I hope that makes sense and is perfect because during this moon, it's all about manifestation. So yeah, I think for you, Deb, that's it.
All right. So Ellie does have a tough question for us here. My cousin was taken off life support tonight. She died a few hours ago. Is she at peace?
Yes, she is. And of course, again, I don't have my mediumship one. So Ellie, you just lost your cousin. Is she so? And people have heard me say this. My head tingles when I get these types of things. Oh, awesome, Deb. So I'm gonna think about what deck I want for a second. So if your cousin was just taken off life support, which is so sad, I'm so sorry for your loss. It's never easy, but just know that they will always be with you, and spirit never, like, we miss them because we're still here in the physical world. We miss them. We're sad. Please give yourself the time to grieve. It's so important. The grieving process, even though it's so painful, we have to grieve because then we can find joy in life again. Because at the end, that's what spirit wants from us. They want us to be happy. They don't want us to be sad. They understand we miss them and we love them and we wish they were here, but just know they're watching us and enjoying it. and living life along with us. But I think for the card, actually, you know what, Corey? I think we need an angel card.
Okay.
This is Corey's favorite deck. And just so you know, he does have one. I did give him one. It's up to him.
It's still in the wrapper because I didn't know if.
Well,
I just didn't know what to do.
Well, I told you it was your choice if you wanted to give it away or keep it for yourself.
I know, but I keep going back to this deck, so it might have to be a keeper.
Keep it. Just keep it and open it. And play with it. You could always gift it later if you really wanted to. So now I'm going to pull a card from my angel guide to see what the angels want to tell you to help you through this hard time, Ellie. I'm so sorry. All the way in Ireland. We're all sending you much love and healing. In this, you know what, Christian, you're so right. This is the best place to go if you need a little bit of love and support because you're going through a tough time. This is such a great, safe place to come to. The chat is kind, and you'll get what you need. You will feel very supported here, which is part of the reason why I love coming here.
So Wendy J. Wendy, I'll address that after we do Ellie's reading here.
So, honesty and communication cut the cords. So is your cousin at peace? So we're going to take away what the words say. We're just going to focus on the pictures. See how she is covered in a beautiful light. It's all iridescent. It's white light. It's all healing. Is she in a better place? Yes, she is. Because if she was on life support, she was sick. And that's not how anyone wants to be. So if you can just look at the angel here and see the peace she's feeling, know that your cousin is finally at peace right now. In this one, it says cut the cords, but we're not going to pay attention to this. See this angel here? He's all lit up in all the colors of the chakra. See how big his angels are? When your cousin passed, the angels came to be with them and your loved ones that have passed too. Ones you know, ones we don't know. They weren't alone. They were with people that loved them, and the angels just picked them up and took them to their, the next place to transition, and left, whatever health issue had her on life support. She's not going to be in pain anymore. She won't be suffering. And the first thing I'm getting is she didn't want people to see her on equipment and tubes and not be able to be there. That's not what anyone, I think, really wants. So just know she's in a better place. It's hard. But I will say, normally, sometimes right away we'll get a sign from someone that's passed. Normally it's like a couple months, but look for those signs. When it's like the 3-month mark, ask that person to send you a sign so you know it's them. Every time you see a certain bird, a flower, or something like that, so that way you know that they're always looking over you.
Very sweet. Well, so we're sorry for your loss, Ellie. Stay strong for yourself and your family.
Look at that. We started at 31 and now we're 53. It's actually up to 70 something.
No, you're 84.
84.
53 newbies.
I'm so blind. Oh my God. That is so awesome because that's all you guys tonight because I know there's nobody else that would have been subscribing like crazy. This is so fantastic.
So we're talking about the giveaways that we're doing on this channel now, which include services such as readings from Jilly or Deborah Lupian, voice of the Akashic Records, but also physical gifts like the hand-painted mailbox you just saw a little while ago, author's book, things like that. So my job, what Bridge Cape Ann really does during the day is I work with local small business owners, nonprofits, and community groups. I help promote them. I help connect them to one another in the community. That's been my gig forever. So the idea is to marry my hyper-local Bridge Cape Ann audience that I've really fostered on Facebook for the most part over the last 10 years, and community events, and this newfound international audience on YouTube. And by doing that, we're doing this giveaway. The idea is to have a grocery of multiple prizes folks can choose from, physical prizes and or services. But also, Wendy J makes a point here. Prizes for international fans and out-of-town fans could be that you make a donation to your local pet rescue in their name. I would love to help animals in the area. That can work for locals as well.
Yeah, because we do have an animal rescue here.
Yeah, so we do have Cape and Animal Aid. We also have a food pantry. We have veteran services. We have we have a ton, actually nonprofits kind of kill it around here.
They kind of do. Well,
Super
we need them.
strong,
We
yeah.
need them. Let's face it. I mean, Second Glance, that all supports the Open Door, which is the food bank, pretty much.
Yeah, so we'll find a way to introduce that component. I will say, though, that I sort of lean towards buying things from small business owners, just because they're so small, and just to help them keep their lights on. And also, I've been working a lot of these folks for years, and they have great prizes that I think would work anywhere, or be appealing to folks anywhere. If it is a gift basket of from Pet Supplies, or the a coupon to the coveted yarn shop, like for those who but it's to give folks, what I want is the subscriber list to grow, and the prize list to grow, and the number of drawings to grow.
Oh yeah, like you could do like a night of like a theme night of like restaurants, right? And how many people would join up, especially the Azorian, if you had your friend from the Azorian here to help you give it away? How fun would that be?
Well, and I mean, it's the kind of way I do my Win It Wednesday contest. We do this Facebook contest where you choose the prizes you want, and it could be a cleaning service, it could be an eating thing, it could be a shopping thing, it could be a pampering thing. So that's right there. Hopefully this will grow into something like that.
Yeah,
so anyway.
I didn't win the last Win It Wednesday. I wanted the cleaning service. I didn't win. Sorry though.
Okay, so it's time to wrap things up, folks. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to draw a card for the community at large?
Yep, we'll do a collective card.
Okay.
I'll let you pick the deck for the collective, though, my friend Corey. I'll get out of your way so you can take a look.
I want to see something I haven't seen before. So
I can tell you. Okay.
Well, I was gonna go over here. Yeah.
This one we have used. This is the first time I ever brought this deck here with me.
Let's definitely do this one then.
So this deck is, what is the soul lesson that you need to hear right now? It is your soul journey. It's the lesson that your soul is trying to hear, learn right now.
Anna's asking, she's a big fan of knitting. You have a yarn store. Yes, coveted yarn.
Yeah.
Coveted yarn. It's a big one. Big on unless it's big.
Now that Annie's is gone, Annie's yarn shop.
And I was actually texting with their owner, Rob Porter, who is a fisherman by day and owns a yarn store also. So, and we call him the knitting fisherman. I'll have him on the show when we have the new show set up, the new studio.
It's there's so many, like, do you go to Local Colors at all? Because I know that's all local artists. I go there every Christmas.
That's a cooperative.
Yeah. It's all local jewelers artists, and all that. Liam Edgerton, I think, had something showcased there once.
What's that?
Liam Edgerton had something showcased there years ago.
It's a classmate, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said, yeah. That's the problem with me here, like the inside names, jokes.
I want to know how everyone else out there pronounces drawing. Is it drawing? Is it a drawing?
Just no one asked me to say park the car in Harvard Yard. Thank you.
Yeah, no one goes to Harvard.
No. So, cool. All right, so.
Thanks, Anita.
Thank you so much. What the hell?
Here we go. It's the end of the night.
It can't be right.
I think your caffeine has left you.
Well, these are short messages. Hold on, let me see. You know what? We're just going to go for it. We're going to do this rapid fire because these are just the messages are short. What does the collective you need to know? You ready, Corey?
Here we go.
Humor. Health. Fear. Let it go. Don't let it own you. Indecision. Make a choice. Get on it or not. Come from a place of love. Denial. Adversity. Denial. Stop denying whatever it is that you think is not real. It's real. As my friend Deb says, I'm going to swear again, Annalie, I owe you money. Call yourself out in your own bullshit. Don't be in denial anymore. Adversity. You can accept challenges and learn. What does our collective need to know? There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Everything in the world, because that's what this is all about. Yep.
Jill swore. Annalie noticed.
I swore, but I said I was going to. I owe her 50 cents or a Cadbury egg. So what do we need to know? We need to remember to have our humor, keep our sense of humor, just for one more time. Take care of our health. Honor the physical vessels that we are. Speak your truth. Fear. Release.
Holy crap!
Is it Yoon? Perfect timing.
Yoon! Jeez, we can never end the show until Ewan shows up.
Release that fear. Resolve to live in the energy of life. Indecision. Use your intuition in all aspects. All those questions, you have the answer. Listen to your intuition. Love. Commit to the practice of seeing the good in all. Always come from a place of love. Denial. I acknowledge the fear, but I'm going to replace it with awareness. F fear and denial. Adversity, we're going to accept those challenges as a learning curve, a learning time, not as a challenge. We're not going to make it negative. It's just a lesson.
Ewan, I'm just going to say this because you popped on. If you have a question for Jill or just a general question, we will answer before we sign off. So we'll leave it at that. So we'll hang out, we'll linger for a little bit. We have to thank Annalie Finch and Christian Montone for wielding the wrenches tonight. All the familiar names and handles that we saw in our chat as well. You guys were fantastic. And especially to the newbies out there or the lurkers, we noticed you too. And thank you for supporting us on the channel as always.
And I have to thank you guys, everyone, for subscribing to my channel. I can't thank everyone enough for the love and support you gave me and Deb tonight with all the people subscribing. And we will be giving you shout outs for everyone for the effort tonight. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and for those of you just tuning in, so Yoon is our friend and the first supporter of the channel, and she's from Singapore, where it's actually 12 hours ahead of where we are in Cape Ann, Massachusetts. So it's actually 9:15 a.m. Friday there. And so whenever Yoon shows up in the room, she's kind of like the Norm on Cheers, where we love her. We can't wait for her to show up. But she has this knack of showing up just as we're about to leave or just after we leave. It's amazing how it happens.
All the time. And we wait. There's times we've been waiting for her. And we're like, she's not going to come. We sign off and there she is.
Very cool. So a couple of quick reminders. Next week, I am penciled in to be with the True North girls, Georgianne and Karen, live from their wellness place next Wednesday. But I'm not sure yet because I have a couple of things going on right now. If that's the case, I will be on maybe Tuesday to do Bridge Buddy Roulette. If Christian, if you're around, that would be us. But I'm just not positive yet. And then we'll figure out prizes for the next drawing, which I believe is going to be coveted yarn, a yarn place, and we'll probably have a gift certificate or two from a couple of local places as well. I think there's also the pet supply store. They're going to do a gift basket for me as well. So anyway, lots of stuff going on there. So now the one thing is with Yoon, there is a lag. Because of the connection to Singapore.
I totally get that.
So that's why we're just giving her an extra moment or two. Oh, she had a bit of the flu and took an antihistamine last night. That's why you're just waking up now. No kidding.
Sorry, hope you're feeling better.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Michelle. It was good to see you tonight. Thanks for being there. Jill's up to 90 subscribers.
Yeah, 90 subscribers. That is awesome. You guys rock. You guys are rock stars. Thank you so much.
Cool. All right, Christian can join me if I pop on next week, which is nice. Gigi by the Sea put Tony in charge of the idea department. She has great ideas. She does. Yeah, Tony emails me a lot, actually. She's super helpful. I still remember Tony the first time she popped into one of my live shows early on. And I think I asked Tony to be a moderator because I was just like, Tony, she knows everything about how this YouTube thing works. And I was just jumping in. So I'm glad she's still with us. So lots of thank yous. Thank you.
Lots of welcomes. You're so welcome. This was so much fun. So glad I could do this tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, this was the one deck we never pulled out tonight.
Well, if you ask something, we'll pull from it.
It's an astrology deck, just so you know. So
that's it. Now we just sit here and we just stare in the lens
and we'll just
for Yoon to make a move.
We'll be like, we're waiting for you, Yoon. Can you read on
Another question on June travel.
Oh my God, everyone's traveling, but I'm actually traveling in June, but it's for work to get certified. And I'm going to a place that I need to get on a puddle jumper. It's not fun like everyone else is having. So it looks like people are viewing too our videos, which is awesome. But I actually don't want to use this for the travel. I don't like this one for the travel.
Yeah, get rid of that thing.
It's actually a good deck, but we just don't want it for travel. What was the other one that I used for travel last time? I don't remember.
You did that. I'm going to relay this message from Ellie. Thank you for the beautiful message. It means a lot. Night, love, and light sent to you from Ireland. So, hey, cheers, Ellie. Thank you.
Thank you. Come back again. We're always here. We're going to keep going with the manifestation. So to wrap us out, it's going to be Yoon that will take us out tonight. And I need to, because this is the first time I use this deck. That's part of the reason why people benefited, because so many cards kept coming out because it's still sticky. So this is for you. So where are you going in? Did she say where she's going in June?
No.
That's a long flight here, man. My God, Danny did that a few times.
Yeah. I don't know if you was coming to the States. But...
Days. Travel in June. So again, I'm going to tell you, just like I said, someone else, ask for dragons to with your travel plans. Oh, Hong Kong. Oh, nice.
Hong Kong, Macau.
Dragons get you to your destination safe and on time. So ask for their guidance, protection when you travel. It doesn't hurt to have Archangel Michael with you either, because he's like the protector. He's like the awesome Archangel. Just saying. So let's see.
I really believe Gabriel is my archangel, but I'm not positive. He's the communicator, right?
He is, but you can either see Gabriel as a woman or a man.
Gabrielle it is.
So do you see her? Do you see him as? I see him as a male.
I see him as a male.
Yeah, I see him as a male too. I like him though.
Do you see any of the Ninja Turtles as a female?
No.
Just ask.
But I do think that their names fit them. Raphael, he's the healer, right?
And Sherry just subscribed.
Oh, thank you so. We're getting so close. For Yoon, I got full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions.
Yoon.
So
COVID is spiking again. Oh boy.
Yeah, there's a new variant out there. So for you, Yoon, for your travels in June, cool your emotions. And normally, you know, a lot of my readings don't tend to have, I don't want to say negativity or warnings, but I get the feeling, see all this red is going to be, there's a little bit of a fiery feeling to this trip. And I'm just going to say, when you're getting ready to travel is stressful, especially with a husband. You're going to need to have some patience. And when you feel your emotions rising, I want you to hear my voice reminding you to just kind of breathe and don't be the bull that's going to run everyone over. Just kind of take a breath and take a step back so you can enjoy your travels in June. And maybe if it gets to be too much, you put it off a little bit. And I think COVID is what's going to make it very stressful, because COVID brings up all of our emotions. But just remember, COVID's been here for a while now. It really has. I'm not downplaying it all, but we have to find our norm living with it. I'm not, because, you know, it's not going to go away, but we can't not live life anymore. I hope that makes sense. Oh, Annalie, I'm so sorry to hear that your pastor has COVID.
Christian's parents.
Oh my God. Everyone. So prayers and healings for anyone that is sick or have family members that are sick right now.
Maria just recovered from COVID.
Yeah. And actually, your friend that, for food, for me, not for me. So, okay. So this trip is all about him.
The hubby likes the food.
So make sure that you make this trip a little bit about you. The person that you know in Gloucester that reached out to me, that's not on the channel, when I reached out to her, she had COVID too. Yeah.
Pixie Dust is suggesting a gift a session of service with the True North Gals. I think they actually mentioned that towards the end of the show, which is cool too. They do a whole bunch of different things there too. And and I'm really close with Georgianne, and I was kind of blown away by Karen. Karen knows her stuff. Her mom knew her stuff back, so Karen has grown up with us and had the gift her whole life.
Oh, so she knew she was doing it from a young age.
Yes,
that's awesome.
And knew of it, and was very, very aware of her entire life. So,
and that's awesome that her mother was not like hiding it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people did.
No, exactly. So, okay, Jill, thank you so much. That was awesome tonight.
Thank you. This was awesome. Thank you to everyone.
Yeah, and thanks for subscribing to Jill's channel there, which is called.
This name sucks. It is Wisdom of Three Beyond the Veil. We got to change it. But for now, thank God everyone found us, and Deb came tonight too, which is awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for all your eyes and ears, folks. We really appreciate it. Jilly, we'll have to do this again soon. We'll figure it out.
Yep, you know how to find me.
Yep. Have fun. Be safe, everybody. Yoon has not had COVID so far, but her husband just did.
Oh my God, I hope he's okay. And hey, go Bruins for Corey. Everyone root for Corey.
Yeah, you better. I mean, seriously, it's not a pretty thing if we lose. So we need it this year. So, okay, that's it. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you soon. We'll ring the bell for you one last time. We'll ring the cowbell because Sharon Bottoms came back.
There you go.
From Wisconsin. So Okay, that's a good one. All
I
right,
know
good
it
night,
is.
guys.
Bye. Till next time.
This is the 5-second linger.